This is the Hills Footy League Match of the Day.
Yes, and a big good afternoon, everyone. Jeff Pistola welcome you to another big Saturday edition of the Court of the Wild. And Matt the Roadie has undertaken one of his favourite trips, parking the Dreammaker caravan at the picturesque Cube Logistics Oval in Nairne. And for the Hills Division 1 Round 7 A-grade football clash between the hosting Nairne Bremer United Rams and Uraidla Districts. And our global live stream today coming to you through the great support of Closey's Supermarkets. So an entertaining game is on offer here this afternoon, and well, of course, why not have a suitable cast on board? And well, joining us, award-winning sports journalist, radio host, emerging thespian, and Alefest Morris dancing devotee. Big welcome, Benny Goldfidge.
Yes, Pistols. Thanks very much. I've got to say, it's like finals conditions here at Cube Logistics Oval in Nairne today. Well, there's a little bit of cloud, but perfect conditions. I'll get the temperature very, very shortly, but we are set for a perfect game of football and plenty on the line, Pistols, with Uraidla and Nairne going head-to-head and both sides still in the hunt for the top five, but very important win that they get the win today.
Absolutely, Benny. We'll certainly dissect that situation in a short time. But also we are joined by a man who claims even the great Tony Modger went out of his way to have a snap photo taken with him just to record their meeting. Neighbour and confidant to the stars, good afternoon, Rob Sherwood.
Good day, Pistols. Good day, Goldie. Always good to be here, boys. Looking forward to your call. And yeah, perfect day for footy, isn't it? And it's going to be a cracker of a game. So Uraidla, a few injuries, and Nairne have got a couple coming back. So after the way they played last week, should be a belter.
And we just want to talk in a little short time about you furthering your influence with the Stars. We'll get to that in just a short time. But once again, helping to put the vibe into Hills footy, of course, with the stats that matter. The king of the tennis table joins us once again. Jaden J. Hill. G'day, Jaden.
Cheers, thanks, Pistols. Yeah, great to be here. I'm not sure king of the tennis table. That's a bit of an overstatement, I reckon. But yeah, great to be.
I'm only reading off the CV.
But,
you bring your own CV.
Oh, doubt that. But yeah, great to be here. Great weather here today. Yeah, like Benny said, finals like atmosphere. It'll be very interesting to see how these two sides go today with Uraidla losing 5 of their 6 away games. So the last 6 away games, they've only won 1 of them. So that'll be very interesting to see how they go here at Ram Park. So
absolutely. Cube Logistics over, of course. And, of course, providing his own unique view on what's going on is cameraman and producer extraordinaire in the wings, Dallas Rogers. So a big good afternoon to you, Dallas, as I said, the man who puts it all together. As I said, a very important clash, but firstly, Robbie Sherwood, just for the benefits of our Call of the Wild listeners out there, we're just chatting before we came on air, and we're talking about your influence that expands many avenues. We believe you were talking to a fellow leading commentator last night, obviously discussing notes.
Yeah, one of the best at a 60th birthday party. The great man Bruce McAvaney was there, and all the girls were fair income, Goldie. The girls were lining up to get selfies with him, and yeah, just a really.
You just bobbed them in the background, of course.
Yeah, so I just had general chat with him and just about the Olympics and the horse racing. Not that I know a cracker about a horse, but
is he going to join us today?
Well. I've made the connection, so I'll get the mobile number from Chris Hobbs, the 60th birthday celebrant, and I'm
sure
we'll
Bruce
go from
would be
there.
up for some
so we'll see what we can do.
All right.
He might tell me to get lost, but
Bruce McAvaney, the cool game of Hills footy. Here we go.
Well,
even on the huddle,
even on the huddle. Yeah.
Either or.
Yeah, let's see who can get the biggest name.
Well, as they say, Rob, if you don't ask the question, you don't get the answer. But now, as Jane J referred to, a beautiful day for football out here.
22 degrees.
22 degrees here on the in the middle of May. Quite extraordinary conditions. As we're watching the reserves match here, and I tell you what, Nairne Bremer, their depth is starting to show. They currently lead 9-2 to 4-6, and we're 5 minutes into the final term here. So Nairne Bremer Rams, so just typifying the depth that's starting to develop in the club, and of course a very good win. Now listen boys, as I said, a very important clash here today, both teams. Nairne Bremer finally breaking the season's drought last Saturday, very impressive 50-point win over Mount Lofty, while Uraidla staring firmly down the barrel of a 4th straight defeat. I know Jaden said they've lost 5 of their last 6 away games, but have actually lost their last 3 outings, so perhaps not the scenario incoming coach Dean Turlick would have been anticipating. And the Demons' last win, in fact, boys, was on April 24th against the Chunga, and since that they've lost by 14 points to the Raiders, 46 points to Blackwood, and last Saturday 5 points to Mount Barker. But notably, Uraidla have got the scalp of one of the expected leading contenders in Lobethal, albeit by a point during round 2. But look, a few injuries in the process of gelling a few youngsters into the A-grade football scene has left the visitors perhaps a little vulnerable today, Goldie.
Yeah, there's a few outs, Pistols, but it's similar to Nairne. There's quite a few younger players coming through. I mean, a few years ago, 2018 grand final, I think it was, Harndorf versus Uraidla in the A grade. Well, that day, the senior coach for Uraidla won the premiership. There's quite a few playing in the A grade this afternoon who played in that premiership side. So,
well, I'm looking very forward today, as you said. Both sides stacked full of youngsters, and you just go through that Nairne side. We've seen them over a period of time this year already, but the likes of Arnie, Conley, young Pegler, who else you got? Harry Harrow, who's come across from actually Uraidla, Bailey Muller, all young guys in their first real full season of Alex Hine, and then on the Uraidla side, as Benny Goldfinch mentioned, you got Brazier, Gresh, Purdy, are all guys come up from the under-18s. So, yeah, the battle of the youngsters here this afternoon, and which ones have developed quicker to the likes of A-grade football. But I like Nairne. I think that, as we saw them a couple of weeks ago, that game against Arndorf, you take the scoreboard out of the equation, and they were certainly competitive, the one-on-one contest, and then they carried that form into last week, and certainly confidence is a big thing in footy. They would have gained a lot out of that game last week at Heathfield Oval, Goldie.
Oh, for sure. And Darcy kicking 7 goals. That's always a good sign. Kicked 4 in the last quarter. Keen to see Blake Trenorton in action today. Pistols, Rob and Jaden. He kicked 5 goals last week for Uraidla in the loss against Mount Barker. Takes a good grab in the forward line. So very much keen to see how he goes.
Interesting here, Darcy Hurrigan, as you said, 7 goals last week. He's actually kicked 19 for the season so far, which puts him overall second on the tally. Not bad for a side that's only 1-1 game. I think he's only 1 goal behind the actual leader, which I think is Daniel Gonzalez. Then we got back to Big Sheets betting on 6 goals. Harry Hollow with those 4 last week. He's moved up to 5. Now, you look on the other side of the coin to Uraidla. Their leading goal kicker at the moment is Nick Amato, who the injured skipper, who's not playing today with a hamstring injury. Hopefully, we'll get to hear from him this afternoon. We did actually have him a special guest during the week on the huddle. Dean Turley, he's on 12, sorry. Dean Turlich with 11, and Trenorton, who Goldie just talked about, had 5 last week. He's on 7. Young Landers and Tommy Jepp. So, Darcy Hurrigan, you could actually say, is the most influential and been the most influential forward here this afternoon, Robbie Sherwood.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see if he can back up from last week. He was good, and I think he was a key. You can tell if he's on early, all the players around him tend to play a bit better. So, but I just love Nairne's intensity. The last 2 weeks, like even the Harndorf people remarked on, they've got a great group of kids. Give them a bit of confidence, and they get a few breaks starting to go their way. And like last week, they played really good attacking footy. So, yeah, see if they can back it up 2 weeks in a row.
And of course, the defence of Nairne has been pretty auspicious on occasions today, this year, and of course last week Jack Remington, the skipper, just led by example, and of course boosted with the return of one of our favourites, the reigning joint best and fairest for the Rams, of course, Benny Powell,
yep.
back after a shoulder complaint.
Yeah, that's a big inclusion. He's
if Joshua Sarah Catnich can back up as well. He was good last week. I
love watching Ben Powell in action. When he was playing at Torrens Valley, I think he spent some time at Sturt, and now obviously last few years at Nairne, and he Revington, Waterman, they link up really well in that half back line. And it's important today how Nairne used the ball. Last week they used it really well, and hence why Darcy kicked 7. So let's see how they use the ball today. Hey, Pistols, Rob, I've spotted this first dog, and it's massive, just to the left there. Check it. It looks like a bear. See it?
Oh, yes. That's not a Bernese.
That's a Burmese, is it?
Burmese mountain dog, is it?
Could be.
That's a good get, Goldie.
Early, just bringing things to the
Look
table
at that.
already, Benny.
Just caught my eye. Wants to get involved in the Call
Catch
of the
your eye,
Wild.
all right. Yeah,
That
it's
is
massive.
a
Hate
big-
to feed that for a week.
It's a massive dog.
Picturesque scene here, of course, number 2 ground here at the Nairne Oval, just over the road, and both sides out there warming up. Nairne still going through there. As you read the word, now they've gathered in a bit of a huddle. Can't beat a good huddle, Goldie, as
No,
well.
Lofty
No, as we
88.9, Wednesday nights, 5 to
And
7.
just discussing tactics there and moving back. So this is a real important game for Uraidla. Also, Jade, I don't know how far your stats go back, but I woke up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat.
Okay.
I was just trying to think of the last time, if any, Nairne Bremer United have defeated Uraidla in A-grade ranks. Now, last week, I can recall Mount Lofty losing to Nairne Bremer in 1987. So I think last week was possibly the second time that Nairne Bremer have beaten Mount Lofty. But for the lives of me, perhaps people tuning in here, if anyone knows.
Oh,
the
yeah,
answer
just
to that
letting
question.
people wear a note. Call of the Wild Facebook page, Call of the Wild YouTube, and we're also going live on Lofty 88.9 radio with altitude as well. Has Nairne ever beaten Uraidla?
At senior level. So, it'd be interesting. But as we said, the ground just bathed in sunshine at the moment. As you look in the reserves, and now 11 minutes gone. So well over halfway. Nairne Bremer 9-2. Pretty straight kicking, Goldie. 56 leading Uraidla 5-6, 36. And interesting to note, one of the veterans of the game and model performers of the game just leading for Pucker Richards is out there.
In the number 7.
I saw him running around in the C grade last week, obviously getting the itchy feet because he retired after that premiership. Him and Simon Ebert a couple of years ago in the Magoos grand final. I think they lost to Harndorf.
Yes.
Lobethal over, if I'm right.
Correct.
Is that right? Yeah. Hung up the boots, but you can't keep a good man down. So Pucker out there just boosting the stocks. For the Uraidla.
So, Jaden, from your understanding, has Nairne ever beaten Uraidla?
Well, my stats
From
go-
what
I
your
go back-
stats go back?
So I think my stats only go back to 2010. So
Okay.
obviously they only played each other 3 times. So since then, so yeah, not that I believe, yeah, but
Because they've been in
go
different
back
divisions
further.
over that time.
Yep.
Yeah.
In fact, different leagues at once. They
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
black card just pulling it here. Oh, it's nearly taken.
The Nissan Sports.
Nearly
look
taken out.
It's your lift home, Jeffrey.
Well, let's hope so.
Look out.
I know, so the driver's got the top down too. Yep. The top off. So now, as the ball's moving forward here, Uraidla just hanging on here as Nairne attacking. I said, why not? They're holding a 21-point lead here, which is good for the Rams. Ball drifts out. But perfect conditions here, boys. Now, looking here, we'll just go into what happened last week, Goldie, for those
Yeah.
on the stream. And as Benny Goldfinch says, get involved. Tell us where you're watching and who's going to win, what you're doing. Onka Valley, 16-9, defeated Blackwood 8-4. Good win for the Doggies. Lobethal bringing the Raiders' unbeaten run to an end, 13-15 to 11-7. And quite a close game here. I know Jade and I gave it a task of finding consecutive victories over 100 points, perhaps Harndorf for eyeing a fourth one in a row.
Yes.
But great performance last week by the Chunga Demons. Harndorf winning 13-18 to 12-7. And of course, special guest Wednesday night, Goldie.
Simon Quinn.
Yeah,
Oh,
Chunga coach.
Yep.
So be good to have him.
In the studio, boys.
Live in the studio.
And
Boxing gloves.
Mount Barker 14-10 got over the line against Uraidla 14-5. One stage Uraidla had 13-1 on the board, so pretty straight kicking. And in the game that we called on the Call of the Wild, because Nairne, big win, 13-9, defeated away with perhaps disappointing Mount Lofty 4-13. And in Division 2, Country Division, Ironbank, Robbie Shearwood's old boys, 13-12, just got over the line against Birdwood 12-16, 2-point game. Kersbrook fought back well against the Spirit of Meadows to get over the line 9-10 to 7-7, so the Brook is still undefeated in their centenary season. Benny.
Yep.
Kangaroo going gangbusters, 14-10 defeated Macclesfield, who didn't kick a goal after half-time, 4-11. And Gumaraka Wayward 12-18 defeated Torrens Valley 5-1. So just
Yep.
going through today's games.
Today's games, and then I'll go to the ladder. Today's games, Division 1, Blackwood at home against Lobethal. the Raiders, Bridgewater Callington, their first home game again at Callington Oval against the Chunga. Should be a cracker. Mount Barker over at the Sports Hub versus Onka Valley. Harndorf versus Mount Lofty. Nairne Bremer United, of course, the game we're calling today, up against Uraidla Districts. And Country Division, which is a split round. Birdwood at home to Kersbrook and Macclesfield at home to Ironbank. So Division 1 ladder so far. Harndorf out in front, 6 wins, no losses, followed by the Raiders with 5 wins. Then there's a couple of sides on 4 wins, Blackwood and Lobethal, and rounding out the top 5 is Onka Valley with 3 wins. Outside the 5, Uraidla, Mount Barker and Mount Lofty all on 2 wins, and Achunga and Nairne Bremer on 1 win apiece. Country Division, Kersbrook 6 wins, undefeated, followed by Kangarilla 5 wins, Gumaraka in third with 4 wins, Meadows in fourth with 3 wins, then 3 sides on 2 wins, Birdwood in the 5 at the moment, then outside the 5 is Ironbank and Macclesfield, and yet to chalk up a win is Torrens Valley.
So, in the context of the season, this is a very important game here this afternoon. You said Uraidla on 2 wins, just sitting outside the 1 win behind 5th place Onkers. But Nairne Bremer have the opportunity to perhaps jump up the ladder a bit with their percentage, etc. So, yeah.
Most definitely.
Very important game for
Shall
the
we go through the starting lineups?
Yes,
Nairne
indeed.
Bremer United, coached by Daniel Lackenby, coming in, in the lineup. Well, he was in last week anyway. Sean Arney, Archer Connolly, Mason Pegler, Darcy Hurrigan, Tom Bedding, Jack Revington, Mitch Hine, Lachlan May, Baden Willis, Bailey Muller, Heath McDougall, Lachlan Cross, Lockie Cross, Joshua Sarah Katnich, Elijah Rupchik, Ben Powell, Nick Bastian, Isaac Binder, Kurt Waterman, Jamison Kelly, Grant McLeod, Harry Hollow and Alex Hine is the Nairne Bremer United lineup. And Uraidla.
Yeah, Uraidla, Tommy Jepp, of course last year's playing coach Michael Tudor, Tom Worthley coming in, Troy Watke, Tommy Kluvernick, good to see him back in Demons colours after a stint down at Sturt. Timmy Halliday, Matt Slade, Harry Allen, Blake Trenorden, exciting young forward. Braden Watton, of course the playing coach Dean Turlich, first time we'll see him on the Call of the Wild. Angus Clark, of course another ex-Nord Premiership player, the big ruckman. Robbie Kepper, Jesse Landers, exciting young big man. Lukey Thomas, plenty of experience there. Patrick Kepper, Cooper Spry, and then a trio of the under-18 debutants coming up this season. Jack Purdy, Tom Gresh, Lachlan Brazier and the experienced Nathan Rudloff rounds out the Demons lineup for this afternoon.
Officiating umpires Ashley Brooks and Josh Dunleavy.
Josh Dunleavy, I think it's third week in a row we've had Josh. He must like the camera work.
Yeah, I think he does. Boundary umpire Riley Carpenter, Oscar Wilson and Caleb Risson, and the goal umpires Rob Wild and Chris Tanner.
And if you're a Rams fan tuning in, just in the last couple of minutes of play in the reserves game, and the Nairne are going to have a very good win, 11-3-69, leading Uraidla 5-6-36. So that's a very good performance by the Nairne reserves, Goldie.
You're tuned in to Call of the Wild. We're live from Cube Logistics Oval in Nairne. And big clash, Nairne Bremer United up against Uraidla.
Actually, a very good win because Nairne currently sitting in 8th spot with just the 1 win, and Uraidla are actually 4th spot, just a win off top spot. So
fantastic.
So well done to the Rams. Certainly, as we said, winning form's good form, and just that confidence that grows. So they'll be hoping to repeat that in the senior encounter, which is not that far away, as Goldie said here on the Call of the Wild. Now, Jaden J. We always look forward just to tantalise us with some stats before the start of the game. So, what have you got for us, big fella?
So just firstly, I'll just refer to some of the other games that are going on today. So Mount Barker haven't been beaten Onkers since round 7 2019. So see if they can beat Onkers today at the new sporting complex there in Mount Barker.
Of course, that'll be a bit of history created as well. The first game out there.
Yes,
so
first game out there, sorry, yeah.
And
yep.
Interestingly, Jaden, back in the day, the Dogs, as in the Central Districts, Dogs played the first game at Football Park.
Yeah, right.
Ever against North Adelaide. But
yeah,
anyway,
right.
That's just getting sidetracked.
Yeah, right.
And the relevance?
There's some history there.
Full of irrelevance, you know that.
And also last week, between the Achunga and Harndorf game, Achunga, they beaten a drought. So Harndorf had 5 games in a row. They scored 14 goals or more. And last week, they Achunga sort of broke that streak, I guess, and they only scored 13 last week, Harndorf. So and 14 out of the last 20 games, Harndorf has scored 14 goals in a game. So there's a stat for you boys referring to Harndorf. So just some stats today. So Darcy Hurigan has scored 49 goals against Uraidla, with an average of 3.5 goals. So and his highest ever tally against Uraidla was 10 goals. So hopefully you can kick a few today against Uraidla, and also he scored 32 goals at Nairne with an average of 4.5, with his highest ever tally at Nairne with 8, which is actually against Nairne when he played for Harndorf as well. So we'll see how we go here today, Uraidla and Nairne. Uraidla averaged a score of 80 against Nairne, and Nairne only averaged a score of 23 against Uraidla. So hopefully they can get a few more goals here today. The first quarter scores, so Nairne averaged 2 goals against Uraidla in the first quarter, and Uraidla averaged a score of 17 against Nairne in the first quarter. Just referring to some stats for this year, so Uraidla averaged 11 goals and 11 behind, so an average score of 78.8 this season. And it's very, very tight with the scores against for them. So they average 11 goals and 9 behinds against them and a score of 80. So it's very, very, very interesting that it's very tight there. So and they average 3 goals for the first quarter this year. So let's see if they can get to a good start, Uraidla, and we'll see if Nairne can do the same. So it'll be a very, very interesting game here today, Pistols.
Thank you very much there to Jaden J. Hill, and you can probably hear in the background the final sign in the reserves encounter. So well done to the Nairne Bremer Rams and the reserves, running out victors by 33 points, 11-3 to 8-6, and well, right in front of us, very vociferous warm-up here by the Uraidla Demons.
Oh, singing.
As they went past, singing or chanting, doing the...
Just a little side bit, boys. Look over to your left. Why would you park up there?
Yeah, there's a car right...
There's a car right up the top with the dog.
Yeah, you know, there's a couple of dogs.
German Shepherds, our son.
Well, it's like Amy's...
With a frisbee.
It's like the old footy park, Rob. Remember those grandstands and right up at the back?
Yeah.
It's kind of similar to that sort of position behind the goals up there.
What would happen if his car rolled down, though?
Well, it wouldn't be pretty.
That's right, Jade.
Put it bluntly.
Oh, no, and he's doing... No, okay, back to the footy. The dogs are doing something.
I hope he's got these doggy bags with him.
All right. So, yeah.
Anyway, both sides going through their pre-match warm-ups here. And as we said, trust you're enjoying our global coverage here on Call of the Wild. And of course, Closey's Supermarket. As you can probably see, dogs up on the hill.
I think Dallas is trying to
perhaps it's
show everyone.
Obedience training, Rob, perhaps up there with the dogs.
Mate.
There you are. They got the frisbee going up here. Plenty of entertainment here in Hills Football League, that's for sure. We have the football, we have the dogs being trained, and must say a very good crowd in the house, enjoying this Indian summer weather, certainly for, what are we, May the 22nd today, boys?
Yep.
Not long before winter actually kicks in, but great conditions here this afternoon at Cube Logistics Oval in Nairne, that's for sure. So, as Goldie said, the officiating umpires this afternoon, Ashley Brooks, Josh Dunn, Levy, the field umpires, just congregated with their supporting umpires in the centre circle. So we await the toss of the coin here. Conditions down there, Robbie Sherwood. Any breeze whatsoever?
No, hardly any Pistols. No breeze to speak of. So it'll be interesting to see which way whoever wins the toss goes. So now they got, is that young Mark Jensch?
Yes, Mark
tossing
Jensch.
Tossing the coin. Birthday boy today.
Yes, he is.
Believe we're going to have him on at half-time, Pistols.
Okay, or is he just wandering across the ground?
Yeah, no, he's
like
he's there to toss the coin.
I think adopting what Harndorf do, have a life member toss the coin. So Mark Jensch, former president, former great player. So
hard to believe he's younger than me, actually.
Well,
he doesn't look younger than me.
So Nathan Rudloff, the acting captain of Uraidla, comes in. Also Jack Revington to toss the coin. Mark Jensch, he's probably put the coin in the back of his pocket already, I'd suggest.
Double-headed come out.
Jensch, he put it in the pocket. So here's the toss of the coin. Jack Revington studying it. Not sure what's going well. No one pointed which way as they run off, so we still don't know. There's no Colonel Light there, was there?
No.
So we'll have to wait with bated breath here to see who's kicking which end. But anyway,
Yeah, Nan will go to the right, I reckon.
To the right of your screen.
Yep, the way they were warming up.
And, of course, Benny Goldfitch, how do we get involved?
Yeah, Call of the Wild Facebook page and the Call of the Wild YouTube channel. We're also on the Nairne Bremer United Facebook page and also on Lofty 88.9 radio with Altitude or lofty.org.au if you just want to take the audio.
So just tell us if you're an expatriate Ram or a Cabbage Patch person, where you are and how the weather is. And certainly I trust you enjoy the coverage of your respective teams playing here this afternoon. So, as we said, final huddles, final message from the respective skippers. Of course, Jack Revington, who leads by example every week, and Nathan Rudloff, who's been pretty handy for the Demons since coming up from SNFL footy Goldie a couple of years ago.
For sure. The umpire's just in the middle, just going through their final paces. Nick Yench looks like he's keen to come over to the Dreammaker here.
Yeah, he's coming over at some stage, he said.
Of course, Nick Yench injured, unfortunately, early in the season with a shoulder injury. Hopes to see him back for the second half of the season as the Nairns perhaps start to gain momentum towards the finals. So,
Rob, we got another mic for Nick?
Yep, we should.
I'll just get him one.
Got one over there for Nick. Yep, number 4.
So, all in readiness now as the players disperse from their respective huddles, and we'll be moving.
Yeah, and Nan kicking down to the right of the screen, so Das is down in the goal square.
So now we'll be going towards the town end, and it'll be the Demons going towards the Bukunga, Callington end of the ground. So final instructions there.
Be interesting, Pistols, to see how Kelly goes this week for Nan. He was good last week as a goal kicker.
And of course, nice to see Nan back in their regular stripes after last week's sort of all-white Guernsey. Of course, the action man in here, Archer Connolly, opting for this sleeveless look this afternoon. So so all in readiness here. So round 7, will it be lucky for someone as Nairne Bremer take on Uraidla? It's an important game here this afternoon at Cube Logistics Oval. It'll be Big Isaac Binder launching the ruck against the past Nord Premiership ruckman in Angus Clark, Big Gussie Clark. So just waiting. All in readiness here. Umpire Dunleavy surveying the scene, holds the ball aloft. So we're away on the Call of the Wild. Trust you enjoy the action here from Cube Logistics. Up they go. Clark gets the ball down. Held in there to Uraidla player. Looked like it was
Cooper Spry.
Cooper Spry, yeah, young Cooper Spry. So umpire Dunleavy. Ball up again. Binder wrestling with Clark. Clark got it down. Once again going to ground level was Cooper Spry. So repeated that opening play. So here we go again. Clark gets it down again. This one's taken away. Quick kick away through the 8 of Harry Allen. Bouncing ball. Here's Revington already in the action. Flicks out a handball. Following up nicely. Tapping the ball was Allen. He's got support there from a teammate in Halliday close to the boundary line. In fact, the Academy boy rules over the line. So we'll have the first action from an Academy boy this afternoon.
Yep. Boundary throw in. Outer side. Perfect conditions here in Nairne. Throw in, Clark versus Binder. Clark, front position, brings it to ground level. Congested situation. Here's a chance for Lachlan Brazier for Uraidla. Kicks it towards the half-forward line. Link-up play, nicely done. Cooper Spry in the action. Shot towards the boundary line. Trying to keep it alive there was Blake Trenorton. It's gone out of bounds. Don't think it'll be last touch rule. Of course, Trenorton kicking 5 goals last week for Uraidla. Inside attacking 50 here for the Demons.
So the Academy boy, high pitch in that right forward pocket. Binder, Clark gets it down. Working here is Allen. He's already had a couple of touches. Fed out there. Finally cleared away for the Rams out here. But intercept mark has been taken here by Patrick Kepper. Certainly filled out a bit. Looks like he's been working pretty hard in the gym, Paddy Kepper. His brother Robbie out there this afternoon as well. So an opportunity here for Patrick Kepper to raise the first score of the afternoon towards the Bukunga end of the ground. Benny Powell, good to see him back in the Ram side on the mark. So Patrick Kepper will kick some 40 metres out. Has just pulled it to the right through for a minor score. So first score of the afternoon, a minor one is to Uraidla. 2 minutes gone, they're one behind. Nairne Rams yet to be on the board.
So Revington with the kick in for the Rams. He'll run straight out of that square, kick it out towards the half-forward flank. Binders puts the mitts up. Big Clark, the opposition ruckman, did nicely. Chain of handballs. Tom Gretsch involved. It's gone out of bounds, though, just around from Nairne's interchange bench. And I think it'll be a free kick here, or no?
Yeah, it should be a free kick.
Coach Lackenby, is it, going to kick the ball back to the
No.
boundary umpire? Anyway, here we go. Clark versus Binder in ruck. Nairne Bremer United versus Uraidla here. Uraidla first on the ball. Clark front position, plucks it out of the ruck, swings around on the right boot towards the half-forward line for Uraidla. Off hands, nice crumbing. Kick inside 50. One-on-one contest, going back, lovely overhead mark there by Purdy. Jack Purdy, one of the youngsters in the Uraidla side today, and he'll go back 45-degree angle, 45 metres out for Uraidla's second shot at goal.
So Harry Allen involved in that build-up. As him and Spry already the young brigade leading the way for the Demons. So the Demons with their second shot on goal within a minute. Last one by Paddy Kepper drifted wide. So we'll see what happens here through the agency of Jack Purdy. As we said, one of the under-18 players up in the senior ranks this year. So Purdy will kick from 40 metres. Sets on the way. And once again, similar to Kepper's previous kick, it's just drifted wide. So 2 behinds on the board for the Uraidla team. Actually, Nairne Bremer yet to take the ball beyond the centre here in this opening quarter. It looks like it's Revington, is it?
Yep, Revington brings the ball back in. Of course, Uraidla kicked 13 straight goals before a point last week, if I remember correctly. Out towards the boundary line where we are, and it'll be a boundary throw-in just in front of us here in the Dreammaker. Uraidla 2 points. Nairne Bremer United yet to score. In fact, I don't think they've got the ball past the halfway mark yet. Darcy yet to get near it. Hasn't been inside 50 for them. Of course, Lofty 88.9, radio with altitude, taking the FM signal, or lofty.org.au, and we're on Call of the Wild Facebook page and Call of the Wild YouTube. In the middle of the ground, held up, umpire comes in the shadows here with a big gum tree.
So young Cooper Scry once again on the bottom of a pack. That's about the third or fourth time this afternoon. So the ruckman wrestle. Binder got it down of some sorts, down to Waterman. Gets a muffled kick away. It's a chance for a teammate to run it in McDougall. Managed to get a handball on to a teammate up further. That is the excitement machine, Harry Hollow.
Yep. Kicked 4 goals last week and set up several others as well. Best on ground, if I remember correctly, or
Absolutely.
second best.
Of course, playing against his old team today, junior last year at Uraidla. So ball in, Binder, Clark. Clark gets over the back towards Turlitz. Ball went through him down to ground level. Once again, fighting hard there is young Cooper Spry. Loves the bottom of the pack situation there, Goldie.
Yep. Stoppage situation. Physical start. Clark brings it down to ground levels. Turlitt coming through. And held up once again in the middle of the ground. Umpire says, I'll have it. So the Rams kicking to the right of the screen, or right of the dial. Uraidla towards the left. Stoppage situation. Here's Turlitt, playing coach for Uraidla. Ran into a bit of a situation. Waterman for Nairne. Flicks it out. Here's Luke Thomas. Usually a good user.
Smother.
That's great smother by Waterman. Plenty of intensity in this congested situation. Clark's wrapped up by fellow ruckman there, Binder, and it'll be a stoppage.
So Clark and Binder wrestle once again. Binder got it down. Attempt to kick away by Rubchik. Here's a chance again for McDougall. Can he get free? Gets out to Connolly. Runs back and gets on the left. High kick towards the forward pocket. Das is coming out. He won't get there. Brings the ball down the ground. Oh, clever hands out here to Willis.
Dribble!
Oh, touched.
Just touched her. I think it was Gresh there just getting his hand to it, but it's certainly a bit of excitement there. So first score on the board, Nairne Bremer, a point. They trail Uraidla 2 behind, 6 minute gone, call to Wild first term.
Opening 2 scoring shots for Uraidla. That was the first one for the Rams inside 50. We've got some stats shortly from the lads. Powell push out free kick there, deemed by the umpire. We'll go to them now quickly. Lads, inside 50s.
1 to Nairne and 3 to Uraidla.
Uraidla kicks towards the half forward line. Trenorden's the target. Should have taken that one. Ball hits the deck. Held up out of side in the sunshine. Oh no. Umpire lets it go on. Trenorden involved again. And this time it should be held up. Just edge of the centre square.
I tell you, umpire Ashley Brooks might want the hat or a bit of sunscreen on the noggin there. Like the sun is quite warm.
22 degrees.
As I said, very unseasonal. Be interesting to see the fitness of the players. Scrimmage from that ruck contest. Once again, Cooper Spry lurking at ground level. Ball held in there. And umpire Brooks will come in and recommence play just on the edge of the centre square. We've had 7 minutes tick over. 2 behinds to Uraidla, 1 behind to Nairne. Ball comes out here. Waterman lurking. Comes his way. Intercepted.
Spry.
Came by Spry. Gets it back here to teammate Halliday, I think it was, drives the ball forward, or Lockie May was spoiling effort here. Trenorn at ground level, gets the ball back out here to teammate. Quick hands out there. Kick forward by Turlich. The coach, what can he do? No. And interesting, as Goldie said, at one stage they had 8 goals straight last week at half-time. They've got 3 behinds on the board, 1 behind to net.
Revington kicks it out to Powell, cleverly taps it on, tried to get it to a teammate there who's waiting in the wings. He still is. Out the back here is Baden Willis, but it didn't come out to him. Oh, it's a free kick though. Lockie Cross. Like watching him in action. So Cross, half-back flank in the shadows. Getting plenty of calls here. Goes up the wing, past us in the broadcasting position. Binding. Oh! Big Sheets betting went up. Put the mitts up. Brings it to ground level. There's Willis involved, and it's held up just in front of us here. Uraidla, 2 points. Nairne Bremer United. Uraidla 3 points. Nairne Bremer United 1 point. Round 7 action here from Cuba Logistics Oval in Nairne. Waterman gets a handball. Finds a teammate there. Bastion involved. Held up. A couple of Uraidla players set upon him.
Hot potato, hot potato.
Certainly is at the moment. 3 points to 1 point. Uraidla leading. Stoppage situation. Brought to ground level. Off to stoppage. Rupchik. Sweeping handball out towards Powell in the cricket pitch area. 1-step kick. Inside 50. Darcy's the target. Good spoil over the back.
Read.
Front and centre. Lovely work there.
There's
Snap
our man
towards
Harry.
goal by Harry Hollow against former opposition players. Kluvenek mops up for Uraidla. Trying to find a teammate out here. I think it's Slade. Half forward line for the Rams. And it's held up.
Bastion, I think that is, Goldie. Yep.
So, of course, Kluvenek can play either end. Went in defence last week against Mount Barker's key forward Damien Hines and kept him scoreless in the second half. So he started off on Darcy Hourigan pistols. Incoming kick from Connolly towards Darcy, and Kluvenek punches it out towards the boundary line. That's where it's gone.
So right in front of the scoreboard, which shows just over 9 minutes expired. And then 1 behind, trolling Uraidla, 3 behind. Trust you're enjoying coverage on the call of the Wild. Global, brought to you by Closey Supermarket this afternoon. So, ball toss. Binder takes the ball, bounces off an opponent, gets a mung kick away. Intercepting here is Luke Thomas, actually overran it. And it is a chance for
Das.
Gathers the ball, hooks over the shoulder. Goal umpire moves, but straight through for a goal. So, Darcy Hourigan just showing he can take the big grabs. And very good at ground level to gather. Crumb over the shoulder and opening goal. Nairne Bremer 1-1, lead Uraidla 3 behind. Rob Sherwood.
Yeah, that was great crumbing, great contest in the goal square by Das there. And as soon as he kicks it, the thing you look at, boys, is his fist. If he's pumping it, he knows, and we know. So, great goal.
Jade.
That was Darcy Hourigan's 50th goal against Uraidla, boys. So well done to Darcy on that one. It's his 33rd goal here as well. So this is game stats here, boys. So 12 kicks to 13 in favour of Uraidla, but Nairne have 16 handballs to 7 in favour of them.
So back in the centre, Kelly Gates Bassford for Uraidla. Ball comes down. They're shrugging off a tackle there. I think it was Shawnee Arnie. So umpire Brooks will come in and once the ball up. So Hayden Bassford, Kelly for Nairne. No one really won that one. Comes towards Arnie, traps it, but he's well tackled and collared there by Rudolph. If he looks at the umpire, is that holding the ball? No, he's at the umpire, so he'll come in and ball up. So we're only about 5-6 metres from the centre circle. Bassford gets it down. Arnie once again. He's ridden and tackled into
That's
the ground.
a sling tackle.
It was a sling tackle. It's called by umpire Brooks. So Arnie to take the resultant free kick, and he looks to drive the Rams to attack.
Arnie kicks the ball inside 50. Darcy's target. Meeting the sandwich and cut out there by Kluvenek. As I said, started forward last week, went into defence and did a good job. He started in defence this week. Kicks it out. Waterman went up over the top. Bassford handballs on. They got the run on here. Slade kicks it on the left towards the half forward line. 1-on-1 contest. Lovely mark there by Clark. Kick inside 50 and end-to-end football there. Nice movement from Uraidla. Clark with the kick and Uraidla with an opportunity here to bring up their first goal.
Jack Purdy, boys, is it?
Jack Purdy, one of the youngsters in Uraidla's lineup, directly in front. Had a early opportunity.
He just
from slightly around, different angle.
Once Clark got the ball there, Goldie he just instinctively ran off, and the Nairne defence was sort of caught a little bit in no man's land. And as you said, Purdy taking the mark. So now the chance to raise the first goal of the afternoon for Uraidla. They're 3 behind, trailing Nairne 1-1. So Purdy approaches from about 40 out. Relatively straight in front. His teammates are pretty happy with it. So's the goal umpire Ajax Axford. So the first one's on the board for Uraidla through the agency of Purdy. So 1-1 plays 1-3 here in the Call of the Wild.
Jaden.
Geez, thanks, Goldie. So 17 kicks to 14 in favour of Uraidla. 5 marks to 0, I believe, in favour of the Demons as well. And the ruck hitouts 11-7 in favour of Uraidla.
Back in the middle. Nairne Bremer United 1-1. Uraidla 1-3. Goal kickers so far, Purdy and Darcy Hourigan. 22 degrees here in Nairne. Umpire comes in, so it'll be Kelly for the Rams. Up against Basford. Kelly wins that one down. Waterman. Oh, he's going to go on the left. Or he sells himself into a bit of trouble there, and Uraidla win out with a free kick. It's going to Harry Allen.
He goes, oh, don't argue, and then argue himself.
Yep, kicks it out towards the playing coach in Dean Turlick. Wills onto the left boot, kick inside 50. Not the best kick. Powell chops it off. Still dangerous position. Turlick goes in again after the kick inside 50. Ball trying to get it out there. Uraidla, snap towards goal by Halliday. And it's gone out of bounds on the full for Uraidla. So kick in here from the free kick will be Jack Revington for the Rams. Nairne Bremer United 1-1, Uraidla 1-3, and we've gone 14 minutes in the opening quarter. Call of the Wild.
So Revington, the skipper, deep in defence, drives his Rams forward, half-back flank area. Target is Kelly, got rid of his, Basford, his opponent. Ball off hands and out over the boundary line. So the academy boy will come in and pitch it up. So as we said, great conditions here for May 22nd. Winter looming, so the academy boy ready to pitch it in. Ruck will be Basford for the Demons against Kelly for the Rams. Kelly won it down. Oh, well scooped there by a teammate in Willis. Ball spills free. Here's a chance here, putting his head down, trying to crash his way through was Harry Allen. Ball in a congested situation. Finally comes out here around the corner was Brazier, puts it forward, 1 grab, 2 grab, and Timmy Halliday taking a mark just inside the 50-metre arc. Electro shot. It's a mung kick. Gave Trenorden tough contract. Swooped upon there. Halliday following up, but the Nairne defence holding firm. And there was Sarah Katnich. So once again, umpire Brooks will come in and board up. So Rucks gather. Clark doing the ruck work. Got it down. Taken by Turlick. Around the corner shot. But gee, I'd like to know the how many shots on goal you're able
on the full.
On the full once again. They've kicked 3 behinds and a couple already out the full. So they're 1-3-9, leading Nairne 1-1-7. And 15 minutes gone here, first term on the Call of the Wild. And of course, get involved. Tell us where you are, how you think the game's playing out.
So just going to get the ball from the car park area. Nairne Bremer United 1-1, Uraidla 1-3, 16-minute mark, first quarter. I think it's Lockie Cross, is it?
Yeah, Lockie Cross.
Kicks on the left boot, outside of defensive 50. Clark front position, punch towards the boundary line. That's where it goes. It'll be a boundary throw-in, no clear last disposal there. So about 16 metres out from Uraidla's goal, going to the left of the screen or dial. Of course, Lofty 88.9, radio with altitude, and also Call of the Wild on Facebook and YouTube. Boundary throw-in. Ball brought down to ground level. Once again, stoppage situation. Coach Lackenby down at ground level, looks like. Rob, any thoughts so far?
It's just been a really tight game, boys. It's it's not free flowing. It's just because both sides putting a lot of pressure on the ball carrier.
Speaking of pressure, there's two Uraidla boys. Pressure applied there on Connolly.
And a ball,
Tommy
holding the
Jepp
ball.
getting involved. Here's Tommy Jepp, one of our favourites, of course. Had a really interesting chat.
Oh, here goes. Handball's off.
The Rudliff. He goes long, but once again out on the full.
Well, that's 3 shots in a row, I think, out in the full.
Yep, 8 inside 50s, boys, to 4 to Nairne.
So that ball's almost finished up on the number 2 ground.
Yep, over near the Nairne market.
Any wind out there, Rob?
Hardly any, Goldie.
Looking at the wind stocks, there's nothing.
If anything, it is favouring the end Uraidla are kicking to.
Tommy Jepp's probably thinking I should have gone back and had a shot.
Yeah.
Rudliff's on the run and the clear, and he's put it right over the line. So looks like it might have been touched off the booth, boys. So
throw in.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the academy boy right next to the behind post, right forward pocket. Clark against Binder. Clark got his hands, so it gets down to Turlich. Round the corner. Up a high sport off hands from Trenorden. Once again lurking near the boundary line. Trenorden following up, but works the ball over the boundary line.
Rucks go at it. Inside attacking 50. Here's Kurt Waterman for the Rams. Kick outside of defensive 50 towards Big Sheets betting. Coming through beautifully there was Rudloff. Sweet handballs out. Finds a teammate there in Tom Gretsch. Kick inside 50 over the top of a couple of players towards the boundary line. Mopping up in defence is Cross.
Sarah Katniss.
Sarah Katniss, and finds the boundary line as his friend there.
So the Academy boy, once again, he's getting plenty of work without the falls. And, yeah.
He's good elevation on his throws.
Yeah, good pitch.
Look at that.
It's perfect. So Clark gets the ball down. Binder follows up as the rover. Rubchik in there working hard. Also Spry, been impressed with his first quarter. He's rocked up by Rubchik. And once again, umpire Brooks will come in and the big men will have an aerial contest. Jaden J.
Talking about pressure, boys, 39 tackles, 27 in favour of Uraidla, even though they've had less disposals.
Great tackle there.
Great tackle there into the attacking 50 for Uraidla for the Rams, holding the ball up in the forward pocket area. So deep inside attacking here, 50 here for Uraidla. 19 minutes gone. It's Uraidla with the majority of the inside 50 count, but just haven't been able to quite make the most of it. And that's good defensive pressure there from the Rams. So what can they do here from the free kick? Big binder with Clark on the mark for Nairne Bremer United in the back pocket area. One step kick outside the defensive 50, and he spotted up a Uraidla opposition player there in Nathan Rudloff. He'll kick inside 50. Congested forward line. Majority of players actually inside 50 from this kick. Just wedges it up. Nice little chip into the forward 50. Off hands, out of bounds. Should be a boundary throw in, no clear last touch.
I think that was Sarah Katniss once again getting involved, the young man with a good defensive spoil over the boundary. Been impressed with his work over the last few weeks when I've seen him on Call to Wild. So the Academy boy, been impressed with his work so far too. He's had a lot of it. Ball pitched in, and Worthy doing the ruck work, gets the ball down for Uraidla, bouncing ball, taken here, swung out the back door towards a teammate there, might be Watke. He goes to the ground, gets out the back door once again, Worthy. High shot, but once again, out of bounds.
And that's 4 out of bounds on the full this quarter.
So Lockie May.
All into that right forward pocket.
Lockie May, they're quite right without any wind there. It's just, bad radar. So Lockie May, right next to the behind post.
Touched.
Up there, sport there, ball spills free. Chance here for Halliday, I think it is, close to the line. Here's May again, gets it. That's a better kick as he gets it away. Up the line, setting himself is Basford. Off hands, here's Darcy Hurgan, a long way from home. Uraidla trying to
here we go.
Robbie Kepper, he's overrun the ball. Comes out here, wheeling his way out nicely with Marlow.
Here we go.
Gets it across here to teammate and Connolly, goes long on the left foot.
Little Harry Hollow.
It's kind of like the old Pagans paddock there. Pistols and Rob, just no one forward of that, and just kicked it into space, and lovely work there by Hollow, pushing into the space and took a lovely chest mark. Jaden.
That was actually Nairne's first mark of the day, boys, as well.
Absolutely, well. So, Harry Hollow, as we said, coming off sensational.
Four goals last week, I think. Pistols
last
on
week,
it.
he's kicked 5 for the season, boys.
I'd say the majority of the play for the last part of the quarter have been in Uraidla's half.
Would hurt.
So
Pops it
Hollow's
up.
Kick. Das got his hands.
1-2.
Says the umpire.
Gee whiz, that's unlucky.
There. It was unlucky, but umpire done Levy right on the spot. And
Yep, he's got a better view than us.
Perhaps a little bit of hand in it from the Uraidla defender. So, lurking here, 20 metres out from the goal for Nairne. Doing the ruck work there was Sheets betting. Ball comes at it.
Harry.
Chance for Hollow. Can he find space? Dribbles one.
That's matured. That's 15 metres.
Snake Hine.
Just.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
The little fella.
I like to buy real estate.
Wow.
Jeez.
That was going like a tracer bullet, boys.
I tell you what, that would have been the bare 15 millimetre, let alone metres. But anyway, Alex Hine, the youngster, playing his 4th game.
Second mark of the day.
Straight through the middle here, will it be? Or he pops it in.
They get around him. May well be his first A-grade goal, young Alex Hine.
It appears that way. They've all come from... well, look, Rob, he was in the right spot, and the umpire said it went the distance.
Yeah, and he had to grab it, so...
So,
once again, just pressure all round, boys.
So, Nairne, through the agency of the 4th gamer, and Alex Hine, of course, son of the great Dave Snake Hine, of course, nephew of the great Nugget. So, Nairne Bremer, 2-1-13, lead Uraidla 1-3-9 here. 22 minutes gone. Call to Wild opening turn back in the centre. Umpire Brooks. Binder versus Clark. The big men fly. Clark gets the ball down. Bouncing ball. Robbie Kepper comes to meet it. Keeps in front of him. Oh, good work there by Nick Bastian. put his body against the flow and held in there. But good attack on the ball by both players there.
Heading towards quarter time, 22-minute mark, so we're in red time. Nairne Bremer making the most of their opportunities, 2-1. Uraidla 1-3 and quite a few out in the full. Cricket pitch area umpire comes in.
Interesting toe poke there, Rob. Could have been kicking in danger by Big Clark.
Yeah, just I think it was a reflex. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Rucks go at it. Clark won that one out towards the boundary line. Oh, lovely work. Bursting off there was Brazier. Managed to get a kick away. Finds a bit of yardage. That's definitely 15 minutes. Tommy Jepp can play in the middle and up forward. Onto that right boot. Kick inside 50. Drenorden's the target. Put the mitts up. Kicked 5 last week. Turlick has gone out of bounds. 55 metres out from Uraidla's goal.
Good game of footy here, boys, and why not? Both sides realising what's on the line here. 2-1 Nairne, 1-3 Uraidla. Once again, the Academy boy pitches in the 50-metre arc. Clark gets the ball over the back. Scramble there. Ball comes to ground. Over the top there is Bastian. Holds the ball in under Tommy Jepp. So umpire Brooks will come in once the ball up right on the 50-metre arc for Uraidla as they kick towards the Pakunga in the ground. Clark didn't really take the ball out of the ruck. Ball comes to ground. Scramble once again. Fed out here. It's a chance here for Watke. Watke gets it out there. Strong body work there. As the ball spills free, he's trying to get his way through.
Nice.
Where's a chance here? Racing
Great
on
pick
the
up.
ball.
Great
was
pick up.
Harry Allen. Finds himself a bit of space and puts it out. Honours the lead of Clark. Underground pass up there towards Turlick. Gets it back inside. Sliding mark. Did it hold? Yes.
Yep.
And Revington a slips catch for the Rams to relieve the pressure.
24-minute mark. Nairne Bremer United 2-1. Uraidla 1-3. So Revington into defensive 50 for the Rams. Captain of Nairne kicks it outside of defensive 50, out of side. Darcy's a target. Put up the hands there. Good crumbing. Front and centre position was Heath McDougall. Snap out of bounds on the full. Free kick for Uraidla.
So Dean Turlich to take the resultant free kick. Costs 35 games for Melbourne Goldie, 86 for Northern, including the Jack Odie medal in the 2012 Premiership win.
Revington chopping the ball out there for Nairne Bremer United. Defence holding up. We'll get the stats at quarter time from the lads. Majority of the inside 50s for Uraidla. Kluverneck meeting the sandwich. Also Big Clark's claimed the mark.
Grab.
So what can they do here? Uraidla have been pressing for the majority of the quarter. Just haven't been able to get the score on the board. Just looking for targets. Congested forward line. Every single player in the forward half of the ground for Uraidla. Oh, and there we go. Right on quarter time. So Nairne, even though they didn't have dominance on the inside 50 count, lead 2-1 to Uraidla, 1-3 at quarter time. And Rob and Jaden.
Yeah, 13 inside 50s to Uraidla, boys. So they certainly had their opportunities and share of the ball. Probably kicked, I think, 4 or 5 out of bounds on the full, where Nairne had 4 inside 50s or 5 inside 50s and kicked 2 goal 1. So, yeah, it's. I think Uraidla are winning the ball on the outside, but they're just wasting their skill errors and whatever. They're just not taking full opportunity.
Exactly. So 26 kicks to 32 in favour of the Rams. Handball count, the Rams are winning that one 23-18. But the tackle count is really what I'm interested in here. 48 tackles to 40 in favour of Uraidla. Right, so it was 88 tackles
the first quarter.
in the first quarter. That was. And that's a blueprint of what the first quarter was like. Just pressure, pressure, pressure. Last week, Nairne were really good in the tackle count. They won the tackle count by 16 tackles against Lofty. So that was very interesting there. Uraidla bringing the pressure in this first quarter. The marks, though, 10 marks to 4 in favour of Uraidla. So Nairne only getting their first mark about the 20th minute mark. So that was very interesting there. And also the ruck hit out. So the last stat here, 20-11 in favour of Uraidla. So very interesting. And also just one last stat. Stoppage clearances, 12-10 in favour of the Rams, which last week they got beaten in that count. So that's improvement for the Rams. But yes, a high pressure game here, boys. So see how it pans out.
And 2 centre clearances for Uraidla and 1 for Nairne. So yeah, looking forward to an interesting second quarter, JJ.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
They're 1.
Uraidla have been scoring high in the second quarter this year. So be very interesting to see how they go. And so, like you said, a picturesque day here at Cube Logistics Oval. So,
Safe.
yeah, it'll be very interesting. See how we go.
And Nairne will be kicking down to the Nairne market in this quarter, and we'll Uraidla obviously to the Nairne city side. So perfect conditions still. Not a single.
Actually, wait there, Jayden. Can you just give us those inside 50 counts again, or Rob?
Yeah, 13 to Uraidla and 5 to Nairne Pistols.
Okay.
Yeah, and as we said, we don't have the stats, but at least 5 that I know that registered out on the full. So, and of course, the 3 behind. So, only 4 registered scoring shots to the Demons, and of course, 3 to the Rams. They lead 2-1 to 1-3 as we go around the grounds for today's sponsor of Call of the Wild live stream. Of course, Closies. Birdwood 3-3, lead Kersbrook 3-2. Quarter time of the country division game this afternoon. Of course, only 2 country division games this afternoon because of a split round, and we'll endeavour to bring you an upgrade of some of the other Division 1 results at the moment. But
and in the AFL, Pistols, Carlton are 58. Who are they playing? Hawthorn are 56. That's halfway through the third quarter, and down at the Cattery at half time, we've got Geelong are 37 and Gold Coast of 24.
now, also, Rob, if we hark back and Gold, if we hark back to the Huddle, of course, the Hills' leading sports show on 88.9 FM Wednesday nights. I think the AFL tips. I think the smart money was actually on the Brisbane Lions.
Yep, last night.
How did you go, Rob?
Yeah, got that one.
Always get the home team.
Yeah, got that one. So, still leading the, I had a check during the week, Pistols, still leading the Courier tipping comp by 1.
Now, I think we were going to about to be bombarded here by some of the 3 wise men of Nairne Bremer United Football Club just wandering across the square, possibly.
The Brains Trust.
The Brains Trust, for want of another word, Rob, your word.
Still can't believe Yenchi's younger than me.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Man on the land. So, I think we're chatting to him at halftime, are we, Pistols?
Well,
I think.
possibly.
It's his birthday, so give him celebrity status.
As you know, we just don't know how the script runs on this show, but anyway. Meanwhile, Coach Turlick, he probably wouldn't be happy how the script's rolling at the moment for his side. As we said, the ascendancy in the inside 50s, but they trail at the moment by 4 points. Nairne at 2-1 to 1-3, and being kept for an extended period in by the coach, no doubt venting his unhappiness with things. So now the Demons coming out of their huddle and taking up positions. They'll be working towards the town end of the ground in this second term. So we are just waiting all in readiness. Here, it's once again a beautiful day for football here in the Adelaide Hills. Trust you're enjoying our coverage on Call of the Wild. Coming to you from Cube Logistics Oval, and of course sponsored by Closey's Supermarket here this afternoon. So umpire done. Levy holds the ball off. We're underway. Second term. Clark for the Demons. Gates bind. The ball comes down, trying to burst his way through. There was Harry Allen. Drives the Demons inside 50 for the first time. And that's a good grab and stretch taken there by Blake Trudeau, an exciting young forward. Of course, kicked 5 goals last week. Has kicked 7 for the season. So could this be the quick reply to start the second term for the Demons? Set side, a kick from about 48 metres. Top of the square, off hands and through for a minor score. So positive factor is that they've had the first launch into scoring for this term, albeit a minor score. So they move along to 1-4. Nairne Bremer a 2-1, so 3-point margin in favour of the Rams as the skipper. Captain Courageous Jack Rivington waits what's on offer, runs out the square now. Brings it back for the Rams out towards the Dreammaker coverage side. Big lead there by Connolly. Ball hits
he was going for the ball.
And it's come back here. So, yeah, interesting in the marking contest. Infringed big Angus Clark. So the former Nord Premiership player will take the resultant free kick for the Demons.
Can't you go for a mark, boys?
Clark will kick the ball inside 50 for Uraidla.
Clark will kick the ball inside 50 for Uraidla, just lobs it up into a point. Thomas drifting down there in the forward line's taking a nice chest mark. So another chance for Uraidla. They've been peppering 5 scoring shots, but they've had probably 10 in total, with a few going out the bounds on the full. and he's directly in front, kicking from 40 metres towards the scoreboard end of the ground. Nairne Bremer United 2-1, Uraidla 1-4. 3-point margin, 2 minutes gone. Thomas steers it, well, hasn't got the carry, right to the line. Uraidla, Nairne not rushing it. Revington eventually paddles it through for a minor score, so Uraidla go to 1-5.
I tell you what, it's a kick of Thomas is like a Rob Sherwood wedge shot. It's a
Oh!
dangerous kick out
Oh.
here. Could be a bit of trouble here for the Nairne player
Who's that, Nick?
in Rubchik, but
Rubchik.
in typical style, tough as a $2 steak. Rubchik gets up and takes the result and free kick. So Elijah Rubchik, of course, Mike are away on employment duties once again after a couple of weeks turning out for the Rams. Oh, a dangerous kick across here. Sipping around is Sarah Katnich, finally gets clear, nurses a ball up towards Eve McDougall right in front of the terrace in front of the Sean Tate bar.
Uraidla applying the blowtorch early in this second term. Kick inside 50, cut out there by Revington. What can they do here, the Rams, on the counter-attack? Rubchik kicks it out towards the wing. It's 1-on-2. Big Sheets betting over the top. Kluvenek, sweeping handball for Uraidla into the middle of the ground. Uraidla have started well in this quarter. Clark backing back, takes a nice overhead mark. Connolly on the mark, just around from us here in the broadcasting position. 3 minutes gone in the second term. It's still Nairne leading 2-1. Uraidla 1-5. They're pressing the Demons. Another inside 50 for them. Pack forms. Ball hits the deck. Thomas around the area. Nairne holding it up. Inside 50 so far.
4-0 in this quarter. Uraidla's way, Goldie.
Haven't made the most of it so far. Waterman flicks the handball on, and it's gone out of bounds with Tommy Jepp just seeing the ball out of bounds there, just around from us. Near the scoreboard, which reads Nairne Bremer United 2-1, Uraidla 1-5. 2-point margin. Second quarter action here from Cuba Logistic. 4 minutes gone. Second term.
So, high toss in. Basford got a chance. The ball's trying to spin out of trouble as Lockie Cross is held in. Go around the grounds for our sponsor today, Closey Supermarkets. Birdwood 3-3, Kersbrook 3-2. Ironbank 5-1, lead Mackie 4-1 in Country Division. And Harndorf 2-6.
Hang on.
Harndorf 2-6, lead Mount Lofty 1-3. Back here at Nairne Oval, bell held in. Centre square area, young Arnie. Good stronger tackle applied there to another youngster in Tommy Greach. So umpire Brooks with the ball up. Getting up high was Conley. Follows it up nicely. Rucks, Roves, does everything, this young man.
He's waiting for a runner.
Binder, gets it to Rubchik. He's good enough to get his deflected handball back. Still
Nice
carrying
work.
the ball, gets across to Revington. Has time to steady. Nurses a ball.
Oh, what a great
Beautiful
kick.
delivery.
That's a tracer bullet. That's what that is.
And I tell you what, in the last few movements out of defence, early on, a few of the Nairne youngsters seem to be burning the ball, and it's taken the skipper of a couple of times getting the ball, showing what's needed. And that was a beautiful bullet-like pass to Big Das, who's certainly a superstar, and it seems an ideal cue to welcome into the Call of the Wild another superstar who's sidelined at the moment. Nicholas Yetch, good afternoon, Nick.
How you going, boys? All right?
Yeah, good to see you. Just what's the chances here, Big Das?
Yeah, no, he'll back himself. He'll back himself. He don't miss too many.
Righto, you got it straight from the horse.
Just watch his fist, boys. Watch his fist, not the ball.
He'll
So,
know before
Darcy
it goes.
Hurricane. Nurse, is it this? We've
He
got to
likes
clear
it.
the pack.
He likes
it.
it. Doesn't matter.
He-
It's a lovely pass on the goal line to the teammate there.
Who's that?
Jamison
Kelly?
Kelly.
Yep, Jamison Kelly.
Another big boy.
Well, Uraidla have done all the attacking to start the second term. As Rob said, they have the opening Look at me, I've just turned myself off. Sorry, I was eating some almonds. Uraidla have had all the attacking in the opening period of this second term. 4 or 5 inside 50s in a row. Nairne go forward.
And kick a goal.
Similar to the first term, and just efficient, kick a goal. Darcy there, beautiful lob pass, and on the line, nice goal. So
And what was the coach's message at quarter time, Nick?
Oh, it was just, we held them well that quarter. Obviously, there's a lot of play down that bottom side. So if you want to play the Nairne Oval going up the hill here, it's obviously defensive sides that way. And there was probably 80% of that quarter was played down there, so it worked well for us.
So back in the centre, Binder gets it down, taken by Rubchik. God, gets around, gets it back to Binder. The big man follows through, gets his boot to the ball, puts it up forward towards Kelly, got his hands to it. There's Kepper. Good pressure applied to him. Close to Bandel. There's Connolly again. Good tackle.
Great tackle.
On the ball. And going for a touch there instead of
Holding the
origin.
ball.
that
He
should
played
be
it.
what's leading his last.
Fraser, yes, good call, umpire. So perseverance there by Archer Connolly.
Yep, he's got the ball on the left boot. I was going to say the last goal was very important. It went Nan's way. Can they start to build a bit of momentum now? They've absorbed all of Uraidla's pressure. Kick inside 50, lob pass, chopped out there.
Rudliff, I think.
Yep, Rudliff is looking for Darcy. Oh, hello. Oh, no, that's a poor kick. Cross goal. And Coach Dean Turlick wouldn't be happy with that one because it's ended in the hands of
Tom
Sheets
Betting.
Betting here.
I tell you what, it's Sheets' birthday today, Nick Yetch, because that was a big present just to put straight into his open hand. So, big Sheets, he's kicked 6 for the season. Chances here, Nick? Back him in?
Yeah, I'll back him in. I'll back him in.
Those missed Sheets. So, Uraidla go to 3-2, 20. Uraidla go to 1-5, 11. And we've gone 7 minutes in the second term here. Round 7 action. And Bremer United up against Uraidla District. Kick outside the defensive 50. Clark's the target versus Binder. Went towards the boundary line. And that's where it's eventually gone. Of course, we're on Call of the Wild Facebook page, Call of the Wild YouTube, Lofty 88.9 as well, and lofty.org.au. So if you want to watch it, it's on Call of the Wild Facebook and YouTube channels, and FM Lofty 88.9. Boundary throwing, Clark front position, brings it down to ground level. Rupchik, bit of pressure around him.
Heath McDougall almost had his head ripped off.
Heath McDougall, and stoppage situation just outside the attacking 50 for the Rams.
So, big Binder, Clark, nil all draw for the ruckman. Once again, McDougall getting involved close to the boundary line. Academy boy puts up the hand, so once again he'll come into play with a throw-in. So it'll be left to Binder, big Isaac Binder for the Rams, and Anger Clark, for the Demons to do battle. Binder grabs the front spot. Clark over the back, grabs the ball one-handed and has a quick kick away, but getting back and taking a mark there. Back in the Rams liner is Benny Power, wastes no time, drives it forward. Here's a chance for Judah over his head, taken by Kluvenik. Play on calls the umpire. Kluvenik up the wing looking for Halliday. He's clean bowled as it bounced through. And last touch there. But free kick, yes, through Revington.
So Revington just around from Nan's interchange bench. Important period in the match. 10 minutes gone, second quarter action. Nan with the first goal of this quarter, even though Uraidla had majority of the attacking 50. Darcy will come in from an angle here. Good spoil by Rudliff. Brings it to ground level. Trying to clear the ball out of the defensive 50, Uraidla. Here's a chance for Spry involved. Kepper, I think, involved. Oh, good forward line pressure from Nan. Hollow involved. Geez, hot and heavy around the centre half forward area for the Rams. Players barging in. Held up just near the centre square area. About 70 metres out from goal, directly in front for the Rams. Umpire throws it up. Rucks will go at it. Kelly, ball didn't go to either of those two. Spry shrugs the tackle, kicks it up towards Trenorden, shivved off his boot. Powell coming through against 3 Uraidla players, got a handball away. Oh, good work to the body. Oh, almost a trip. Harry Allen kicks it towards the half-forward line. Backing back there was Waterman. And the players say, hold it. Mitch Hine involved, and that's where it is, just near us in the broadcasting spot.
Allen like a pinball in a machine there as he bounced off a couple of opponents. Comes out here, coming through nicely.
Beautiful.
That was Lockie Cross.
Beautiful.
Finds a teammate there in Willis. Good to see him back in the side. He goes out towards the half-forward flank area. Robbie Kepper stretches up and takes a relief mark, chops it off.
Yeah.
Surveys what's on offer. I think he'll go back and still undecided. Finally goes short and finds Halliday, the bare 15 metres, but we've seen how far that counts today after that mark before by
That first
by
one was
Hine.
about 7.5 metres.
So, bit of a mung kick. Jamison Kelly shin-boned it forward. Grabbed here by young Willis again. He's got a touch of the fumbles. Gets it out here to Waterman. He's been setting a tackle there by Blake Trenorden close to the boundary line. And umpire Dunleavy sporting a bit of the Freddie Mercury look there, Goldie.
He certainly is. Uraidla 3-2. I should say Nairne Bremer United 3-2. Uraidla 1 goal 5. Geez, the last few minutes have been pretty willing between both sides. Going to be some sore boys at half time. 12 minutes gone in the second term. Four goals in total. 3-2 Nairne Bremer United. Uraidla 1 goal 5. Flicked on.
Body's crashing
But a bit of a tunnel ball.
Coming out. Muller, Connolly.
Yep. Connolly.
Spry.
Spry involved. Then Tommy Jepp sweeping handball out towards Kepper. defensive 50 here. Rudolph's clearing ball out towards us in the broadcasting spot. Clark put up the mitts. Flicks it on cleverly against Lockie May. Arches the back, the big man. Kick inside 50. Backing back here. I think it's Worthley. And it's taken the mark there. 1-on-1 versus Revington. So Uraidla have another chance here to get a goal on the board, their second.
So I think it's Turlick actually, Goldie, because Worthley to look at.
Oh, yeah,
It is
Turlick.
Coach Turlick, who's, as I said, kicked 11 for the season, has yet to get on the board this afternoon, and he'd really like to nail this goal just to steady his side. They're 1-5 at the moment, got the Yips in front of goal. Nairne Bremer a 3-2 here on the call of the Wild, and 12 minutes gone second term. So Turlick's important shot towards the town end of Cube Logistics Oval here in Nairne. Glorious autumn day. Turlick, nothing too wrong with that, except he's hit the big stick. So once again, minor score relates. So 1-6 Uraidla, and they're kicking themselves away. Meanwhile, kick out back out here. Kepper in the box seat. Robbie this takes the mark. Handball's on. Misdirected there. Missed the teammate in Rudolph. Topping it forward was Kelly. Picked up there by Muller. Gets it across to Rupchik. Nurses up, but chopping it off on this occasion is Michael Tudor.
Yeah, Darcy all by himself there. Kluvenik, left boot, out towards centre wing. Taken by Kepper. What can Uraidla do here? 1-6. Nairne Bremer United 3-2 up towards the half-forward line. Off hands. Halliday, I think it is. Dumped towards the boundary line. And it's holding the ball. So, Nairne doing well. Still got an 8-point lead.
Always taking them on here.
Uraidla having trouble getting the through the middle. That's a chop-out pass. Cooper Spry with it. Uraidla desperate to kick a goal. Kepper kick inside 50. Long penetrating kick. To Norton around the area. Turlick waiting out the back. 20 metres out from goal. Oh, shove it out. Tunnel ball style.
We've got that.
And it's holding on. Free kick here for the Rams, I think.
I tell you what, well played there, Jack Revington. He was under siege. Managed to get the ball out the back. It's called by Goldie. And then,
Rams defence holding up well.
I think it's Heath McDougall right in the back pocket area. So he'll nurse the ball up the line to a lead here of son of Snake in Alex Hine, goal kicker last quarter. So Hine, the youngster, 4th game in the Rams jumper, senior level. Surveying what's
just a bit of composure need here.
Go across the ground. No, he's underside. Now he decides to come down the wing. Setting
himself
so the top ball bounces to the experienced Kluvenik, sends it back for it to come. Pack sets herself Mitchy Stitchy from behind. Benny Power, Trademan like defensive mark for the Rams.
Yep, kicking in the middle of the ground. Here's a chance for Harry Hollow off to the races. Can he plick it on against the ex-teammate there in Rudolph? Uses the bird of sells a candy kick inside 50 and didn't quite have the kick on there with Tom Gretsch, I think it is, taking the mark. Short pass finds teammate.
Braden Watton, I think.
Braden Watton. So, Uraidla 1-6. Just can't get the through the uprights at the moment. Nairne Bremer United 3-2. And here's a chance, though, for Uraidla.
Racehorse.
That's holding the ball. Had a bounce when he got tackled. Harry Allen holding the ball, Rams.
So right in front of coach Daniel Lackenby. He'll be pretty happy with the endeavour of his side. So lead 3-2 to 1-6. So Waterman nurses the ball back. Here's the lead of Connolly. Stretches the arms.
Oh, that's a mark.
Grabbed on seat, but no, so the umpire, Basford, got it back to a teammate here who's ragdolled. That's holding the ball.
There we go.
Yes, so the umpire perhaps made up for his initial miss. So big Sheets betting.
It's a real arm wrestle. Yep, Sheets betting. Lockie May pushing down here, is looking for it, but I think Sheets will go further afield with that booming left kick. Lobs it up. Who's down there? Well, Das is around the action. So's Kelly. Ball hits the deck. Turlick fumbled it. Pops out. Here's a chance for the Rams. Nice work by Hine. Gives himself a little bit of room. Uraidla defence desperate. Turlick, half back line, has a bounce. Could have a second. Kicks it out towards the broadcasting position, centre wing, and good take there by Luke Thomas. What can they do here, Uraidla?
Picked out the brother-in-law, Lukey Thomas. He nurses it up. Running back is Mitchy Stitch. He caught no one's man. Get his hand to it. Norton. He's got assistance here from Bernie Bow. Taps the ball close to boundary line. Steps out. And in fact, the academy boy was right in the spot, so he will bring the ball back into play right in front of the scoreboard, which reads Nairne 3-2. Uraidla 1-6. 16 minutes gone second term. Good game of footy here on the call of the Wild. Jaden J.
So the tackle count 31 to Nairne to 24 to Uraidla. So Nairne are dominating that count, boys.
Get some thoughts from Rob Sherwood and Nick Yench also joining us at the moment.
Yeah, nice tight game of footy, boys. Plenty of ball pressure. And, both teams finding it hard to get the ball on the outside and create a bit of run.
So, ball back, ball up. Leaching over the top was Lockie May. Ball comes down. Rupchik gives it back to May. Who in turn gets it back to Rupchik. In turn gets it to Muller. Side steps this way, that way, running the trouble. Got rid of it, young man. Comes back here to Rupchik. He's beset Dean Turlick with a big, strong tackle applied there. So, we will have another ball up. So, bodies on the line here, that's for sure. Important game of footy. Not fisted forward there. I think it was young Pegler. Ball out over the boundary right in front of the Dream Make here on the outer wing. Gumtree side of the Cube Logistics Oval here in Nairne. So the Academy boy grin to the crowd. So pitches the ball back in. Basford, Jamison. Basford gets it down, running through his Spry. Tries to don't argue, gets it back to Basford. High kick towards half forward. Coming out as Hine. Was he in French? Yes, he was. Mitchy Stitchy. So Mitchell Hine to take the resultant free kick. Centre half back position for the Rams. They lead 3-2 to 1-6 on the call of the Wild. So Mitchy Hine. Tom Worthley standing the mark. Hine surveying what's on offer. Legs to go towards the lead here. Connolly got a good set of hands, this young man. Handballs to Waterman, put him in a bit of trouble. Waterman good enough to follow it up. Ricochets off a teammate there in Willis. Still going as Waterman, coming in as big Tommy Betting. Oh, somehow spun out of trouble, got a high kick towards Das. Puts his hands, one grab, two grab, goes to ground. Got two to beat there. Ball comes out here to Tudor. Feeds it out the back door to Rudliff in turn. Got it to a teammate there in Spry, who works the ball away. And in a distance, I think it might be Braden Watton with the boat. Sorry, Harry Allen nurses up the line and finds Braden Watton on this occasion. So Watton half-back area for the Uraidla, puts it across the Rudliff, who's drifted up, so he gains about 10-15 metres there. So inside the centre square, Rudliff, SNFL experience, second year with the Demons. Nurses up the line to Big Clark. One grab, two grab, good strong mark by the pass. Nord Premiership player. Waste no time on the right foot. Puts towards the forward pocket area. And it's chipping in there and taking the mark. Looks like it might be young Jack Purdy, I think. Over there in front of the terrace, in front of the Sean Tate bar. So locked in the forward pocket there in the glorious sunshine. Well-packed terrace here this afternoon, and why not out watching their local side. Or having a real dip here. I tell you what, Uraidla really need this goal. They sit on 1-6 to 3-2 at the moment. So 7 shots plays 5. They trail by 8 points. So Purdy, deliberate shot, sets them to the goals.
He's missed.
Unfortunately, the trend this afternoon for the Demons is off line. So 1-7 plays 3-2 called wild. Rob Sherwood.
Yeah, they got the yips, haven't they? Last week they couldn't kick it, miss, and this week they can't kick one. So keeping it a close game.
Revington brings the ball back in for Nairne Bremer United as we head towards the 20-minute mark. 3-2 Nairne Bremer United. Uraidla 1-7 plus quite a few out of bounds on the full. So boundary throw-in just around from Uraidla's interchange bench. It'll be Ruckman going at it, Binder, and also Basford. Ball hits the deck. Here's a chance for Rupchik. Beautiful hands off the Lockie cross. Here he goes. Clear space to Das. One-on-one versus Kluvenet. Good spoil. Brings it to ground level. Great front centre work. But Uraidla should clear here through Watton. Sweeping hand below. Oh, 2 Uraidla players. Bit of lack of talk there. And ball hits the deck. Half-forward line for the Rams.
Just go around the quarter time scoreboards once again for our sponsors. Closey Supermate, Burwood 3-3, Kersbrook 3-2, Onbank 5-1, lead Mackie 4-1, and Hardorf 2-6, leading Mount Lofty 1-3. Back here at Nairne Oval, good defensive work there by Greece. Assisted by Robbie Kepper, gets it back there, kick away by Rudliff, intercepted there by Nick Bastian. And once again, over the boundary line, it's been a pretty popular spot. That forward pocket over the line. So Rudliff nurses it back up the line. Finds a teammate there, Robbie Kepper.
Nick Yench, any thoughts?
Yeah, we just, Nairne boys here just lacking a bit of class in the side 50 here. We're getting plenty of the ball. We just can't quite finish off and finding a forward there at the moment.
I'd suggest they need a good left footer out there, Nick.
Nah, we got plenty of them out there today.
Here's a chance for Turlick. Sells a bit of candy. Handballs to a sweeper and Tommy Jepp. Centre-half back area for Uraidla. Goes to centre-half forward. Backing back, Kurt Waterman. What can he do here? 22-minute mark. Nairne Bremer United 3-2. Uraidla 1-7. Next goal's important. Kick. Lace-out pass. Finds a teammate there in Muller. So Nice pass from Waterman to Muller.
Just got to get this one on, I think.
Next kick will go towards the half-forward line. Darcy brings it to ground level. Looking for Tommy Jepp attacking the ball nicely. He wanted it. Kluvenek spots up Luke Thomas. And so here's another chance for Uraidla to go inside 50.
So Luke Thomas, of course, league experience down at Nord in the past. So caresses the ball up, looking for a teammate in big Clark over his head, waiting back there. And happy to work the ball over the line.
He's a big boy, that bloke.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's big bloke.
Players are really sucking in. 22 degrees.
Kurt Waterman, as Goldie said, warm conditions here, so unseasonal, so it could be a fitness and fatigue will play a big part in this game. So Binder doing the ruck work against Clark. Good pitch in, Mr. Mull by the academy boy. Bastion at ground level, trying to work the ball out. Waiting to help him is Lockie May, but good work there by Tommy Jepp. Holds the ball in, so once again umpire Don Levy will ball it up. So dangerous territory here for the Ram defence. Ball comes down there. Once again spinning his way out. Comes out into Turlick. Gets it out towards Waterman. Oh, good play by Wortley as he got the ball forward.
Pow.
Just shrugs off an opponent. Gets a defensive kick away. 2 to beat out here. Jamison Kelly brings it down. Looks like he got one in the chops. Keep your eye on him. Coming to help is Harry Hollow.
Go,
shows
Harry.
a bit of one bounce. Bit of a mung kick towards Darcy. Comes out. Oh, right in the bump there was young Gresh. Gets it back here to Tudor, the experienced one. Kick is smothered. Foot race here. Conley.
Well done.
There's a chance there for Darcy if he can get there. Kluvenek looming. Darcy trying to shrug him off.
No, Darcy.
This time around the corner.
Yo.
I tell you what.
Oh, look at the bounce.
Oh.
Oh. Sheets just coming in here slowly as you like.
It's Sheets wetting.
Oh, it was like two dinosaurs, wasn't it?
So
That was like slow-mo.
free kick and deep in the fence to Nathan Rudler for the Demons. Nurses up the line to Harry Allen, so deep in the back pocket area, just in front of the Alsatians on the hill here at Cube.
Pretty scrappy here at the moment, boys.
4 goals so far in the match. 3 to Nairne, 1 to Uraidla, and that's half time. Quite an interesting game of football.
Well, boys, 5.5 minutes into that term, Kelly kicked the third goal for Nairne. Then we did not have another goal scored. So as you said, Benny Golfinch, goals are rarity out here, that's for sure. So for his thoughts on that half as his team leads 3-2, 20 to 1-7. Injured Nairne and Star and Salem's most eligible bachelor. Nick Yanch, how do you see it, my man?
It's obviously pretty even at the moment, but like I said, we move the ball forward well and we're just not picking our best option as we go inside 50. So obviously big Darcy's getting hung onto down there fairly well. It would be good if he could get a free, but yeah, and Uraidla are the same too. Once they go forward, they've obviously had plenty of shots, but lucky for us, they haven't kicked them. So the boys around the middle have been good. Like Eli Rupchik's been very tough in there and he's won a lot of clearances. So we just got to keep at it for another quarter and we'll reset at 3/4 time again.
Jaden J, stats that matter.
Geez, thanks, Pistols. So 36 kicks to 43 in favour of Uraidla. So 7 kicks separating them there. So the total is 75 kicks to Uraidla and 62 to Nairne. And the handball count, 23 handballs to 16 in favour of the Rams. But the marking count, 25 to 11 in favour of Uraidla there. So there's a big difference there. The tackles, Nairne got back in front of that count, so 41 to 39 in the tackles, and here it's 12 to 7. So there's the stats that matter, boys. And I reckon that was Uraidla's lowest quarter time score for the year. I'm just double checking that now. But
Half-time score?
But yeah, so I reckon that's their lowest second quarter score for the year. Rob, inside 50s.
Inside 50s. Uraidla had the first 4 of that quarter, but Nairne ended up with 10 for a total of 15 in the first half, and Uraidla ended up having 8 that quarter for a total of 21 to half time. Centre clearances were 4 to Uraidla and 1 to Nairne. But yeah, the inside, a lot of the games play between the 2 half back lines. So be interesting to see who can break the shackles in the third quarter.
And yeah, just confirming it, that was Uraidla's lowest score for the quarter, and also their lowest score against Nairne in the second quarter as well. So yeah, there's a stat for you boys, and it's actually Nairne's lowest second quarter score for the year as well. So yeah, so there's stats there for you.
Pretty tight, scrappy football. So your thoughts, Nick, on what's going to happen in the third quarter?
Yeah, obviously Uraidla will go back down the hill again with a bit of breeze. So if we can just hold them again for another quarter, and I'll back our fitness in the last quarter to get us over the line. But
Now-
yeah, we just got to find a few more inside 50s and we should be fine.
Now, speaking of fitness, Nick, just give us a bit of an update, because it was probably round 2, I think we were out here when we saw you do your shot. Just fill us in how things are going.
Yeah, it's all going really good. Obviously today I could have been 50-50 chance to play, and I just thought we'll just give it one more week. And
So
yeah,
what was
come
actually
in
the
next week.
diagnosis, the original injury?
Yeah, just straight dislocation shoulder. So,
Wow.
So yeah, obviously happened in the first couple of minutes against Bridgewater in round 2, and yeah, so it's just been a bit of rehab and strengthening and all that since. So
Now, there's no truth in the rumour you actually could have played today, but you decided to take the day off for extra celebrations, because obviously in the household a very special day, Robbie Sherwood.
And I still can't believe I look younger than he is. And of course it's Mark Inch. Happy birthday, mate.
Thanks, Robbie. Thanks, boys.
Good to see you, Mark. Are we allowed to say what the number is today?
Oh, look, it's not as old as some and younger than others.
54,
One off.
55.
No, other way. 53. Come on, Robbie.
53.
53. 68er.
Well, I tell you what, must be good family and farm life down there at the Salem.
Well, the farm we could do with a drink. A bit of the rain down there, but apart from that, no, life's pretty good. Can't complain.
Now, tell us what's the major, what do you got the young bloke working on at the moment? The sheep, the grain, or what?
He's just sitting in the tractor pushing buttons. I'm doing all the running around and everything, and he's whacking the crop in. And
someone's got to put the seeds up the right way, Jeffrey.
I just can't get him out. You know, get me lunch, get me some diesel, get me some seed.
Hey, just fill us in. How many million acres have you got down there at Salem?
1.5 million. Between us and Clive.
Oh, okay, yes, the other most eligible man down there.
No, I got about-
sorry, Cheryl.
There's about 1,200 acres of crop we put in, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what about the fencing? You got to go around and check the fence posts every now and then?
Only the ones that he hits on the way through, but other than that, no, it's not too bad. We get the odd car going through. That's probably...
Really?
Oh, absolutely. We had one here again only a fortnight ago, so just decided to drive
So
through the
what's that,
fence.
on the Kelly Straff Road, or
Pretty much, yeah.
why is that? Is there a certain corner?
If you can tell me, no, most of them are on the straight bit,
That's a
so...
dead straight bit.
Yeah, don't know.
Wow, that's a worry. Like, I know a few people over Uraidla way up in Forest Range or whatever. Every time they have the Classic Adelaide Rally, there's a few cars go off the side. But it's a regular. They whinge about that once a year, but obviously it's a regular occurrence.
Oh,
for you.
yeah, no, it happens more often than what you know.
Now, let's delve a bit back into the past here, mate. Now, I believe before you became a Ram superstar, you're actually a budding superstar down for the Malang Panthers. Is
That is
right?
correct, yeah.
Junior Cost?
First year, back in the old Bremer days, Bremer only had a B grade, and I believe they were playing B grade for Meadows in their right in whenever it was, 77, and there was only a handful of us Colts, so we went down and filled in for Malang, who had a full team, and we played against back then. It was Harndorf, Langons Creek, Kangarilla, a few of those clubs, way back then.
It's interesting because we had Gary Dorr on the huddle a couple of weeks ago, and he was reminiscing about Meadows and when he first started playing, and he was actually mentioned the 78 season. And you're quite right, because he can recall Bremer playing as Meadows B grade in that Southern Zone, I think it was back in those days.
Yeah, it must have been.
But also that was the last year of the Bremer Football Club, and they actually went out with a B grade premiership. You remember that?
Yes, I reckon, from memory, I reckon it might have even been played at Woodside. I might be wrong.
Okay.
I can remember going to something there, but...
Yeah, and of course next year was the amalgamation up here with Nairne. So being a Bremer man, how did you feel about that? Basically because you'd run out of resources at Bremer, or?
Pretty much, I think. I mean, I was a bit young to get involved with the politics and everything there. I think, Bremer had the oval and that, as you know, in the winter time, and Nairne had a bit of money, and they just all joined together and made it happen. And back then, there was no questions asked. We just did it. And,
Now,
life was good.
Is it a bit disappointing, Mark? Because I know as a player and also being an administrator, because in the early years, Nairne Bremer Footy Club did use the Callington Oval to see that sort of go by. And of course, they're now the Raiders getting involved with Callington. It's been lost here. But how good was that? It would have been good for you, home game, you know.
Oh, yes and no. I mean, there's also a lot of work involved too. The issue was down there, a lot of the Bremer people probably didn't get on board as such to get the oval up to scratch, and it was more the Nairne people going down there.
Really?
And then it was soon after the club rooms opened here. Like they didn't have club rooms at Nairne. There was no club rooms at Kelly, But once the club rooms got opened here, well, I thought, we've got to utilise it and start playing all the games up here. And of course, now with the drainage and stuff and whatever, well, the hose holds up quite well.
Now, actually, we're talking about it on air, and actually, I've been wrecking my memory all through the week. Last week, there was a few people saying that might be the first time Nairne had beaten Mount Lofty, but I recall 1987, Mount Lofty were the reigning premiers and then had an exodus of players who retired or went up the river for money, etc., etc. And actually, Mark Pake had actually played in the 86 premiership side, and he actually coached Nairne Bremer, and I remember it was being played at Heathfield Oval, and Nairne actually wore the association jumpers because of the clash, and they actually won that day. So I'd suggest last week was the second time ever that they'd beaten Mount Lofty.
I reckon there might be a third time. I reckon we beat you out here. You blokes had a kick after the siren, and I reckon might have been the same year. So it'll only be 3 though. Yeah.
I do remember Johnny Richter in Contender year 2001 playing it. Had 63 touches for Mount Lofty because the former Sturt champion. Yeah. Playing coach for 1 year.
Yeah, no, that year Pakey came over. It was a good season. We won 6 or 7 games that year. Unfortunately, we still finished bottom and got kicked out the next year because Blackwood come in.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you, Nairne have been a sort of a gypsy-like existence in the Hills Football League, haven't they? Up and down, and of course, what were your feelings, because of a whole lot of travelling, which eventuated going down to Meningie and places, but the little venture into the River Murray Football League?
Oh, look, club-wise and everything, it was probably the best 6 years.
Really?
Netball followed the footy.
Yes,
and it was really good, but it was just pure logistics then at the end of the day that we had to come back. But it was a proper netball competition. It was A, B, C's and a couple of juniors, and we just followed it, and it was fantastic. For me personally, the travelling was fine. Meningie was only 40 minutes down the road. It takes me longer to drive to Kersbrook and Gumaraka and Kangaroo than it does to go to Meningie and Canalpin, but yeah, and then end of the day, just and we started losing kids because the parents didn't want to take them there. But in a stone's throw, the 6 years as far as the competition and the club, it was a good time. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then the step up. We talked to Toddy Hire about it the other week about the step up because you were the president at the time, and obviously the foresight to see you guys back up into Div 1, and as I said, like you can see how you're building and what it's done for the club. A great move in hindsight. Great man, made a great decision, although you were backed by the committee, of course, and the members.
Oh, yeah, no, there's a few, and certainly a lot of players involved in that as well, and we took our time. People suggested perhaps we should have come up after we won the premiership, but as you know, a few players left then that said they were going to hang around, and have been about 3 clubs since then, and we would have got absolutely smashed. And as much as we didn't set our goals on being in the top to move up, you've really got to set ourselves up, build it up. So we set ourselves up financially off the field and did our homework off the field as well. And let's be honest, Das is here now in his 2nd year, but we've been talking to him for 4 years, and he was a loyal man in Harndorf. He was honest and all that with them, and at the end of the day, he said, no, the time was right to come. But, we'd been speaking to him when we were still in Divvy 2, that our plan was to come to Divvy 1, and we wanted him on board. So there was a lot behind the scenes going on, but the time was right then to do it, and the kids have embraced it, and it's been a great move.
Yeah, it's great to see, as we mentioned pre-match, some of the youngsters like Arnie, Connolly, young Peglers come over, Willis, Muller, all these, and young Harry Hollows come over, and young Alex Hine. Just great. That's the future of the clubs, isn't it?
Yeah. No, absolutely. And the results today, it's a good win in the 18s. The 16s had a good game, and the 14s just missed out again by a couple of points. And then, again, last week against Mount Lofty, we had some good Colts wins. And interestingly enough, the Harndorf, I think we won all 3 Colts that day at the Harndorf ground. So, we're building towards it. We've just got to keep on and top up with a couple of experienced players to help these youngsters.
And also today, your reserves having a very good win, 33-point win over Uraidla, I think, with 4th, and you guys only with the 1 win. So the
they played well.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And I said, and a couple of older heads in that B grade are helping the young kids out, but it's certainly the youngest and quickest B grade we've had for a while.
Absolutely. Now for Closey's Sumax, who's our supporting sponsor today for the Call of the Wild. Half-time go around the grounds. Raiders 4-9, Achunga 5-1. Good game there down the road at Callington, down at Salem. Blackwood 7-3, Loberthal 7-2. Harndorf 7-9, Mount Lofty 4-4. And in Country Division, Birdwood 9-5. Kersbrook 4-2, remembering that Kersbrook unbeaten challenge last week. And Ironbank, Robbie Sherwood. They must have got the goal-kicking expert over from Uraidla during the week. They're 12-1. Mackie are 6-4 in the only 2 Country Division games.
Yeah, getting a few players back now, the bankers.
So just quickly, Mark, as the side's about back out in the ground.
HFL board aspirations, mate. You'd be an ideal candidate.
Apparently, you're with me.
Bit of common sense on there, and.
Well, if Rob's going to be in, well, that throws that idea out the window. Now, just quickly, how many hours have we used to spend behind the barn, just teaching the young fella here how to kick right foot?
Well, yeah, a few, but he kicks left foot, so I'm not sure if that's a mirror image or.
No, just wondering. We know he's a left foot. I just maybe get himself out of trouble.
Oh no, he's not too bad on the right. Yeah.
He get himself out of. Now, your good self, have we hung up the Super Tiger jumper yet?
No, I have missed the last couple of weeks, just a bit of work and that, but no, fortnight. I think we've got another game, so we'll get back into it then. And still looking forward to it. Carnival in Perth this year, which got canned last year, so looking forward to get over there in September and again just catch up with all the people that you meet every year and. Yeah, the footy sort of takes a bit of a back step.
Do you shudder a bit when Kim Pearce takes you under your wing?
Well, actually, you've really got to speak to the younger bloke about that. He's probably spent more time with him at the bar.
We've had a few big nights up in
on the carnivals that he's come away than what I have. So, especially once he turned the age of 18,
Hey, just quickly, most champions or long-serving players, they really aspire to play with their children. Have you had the chance to play with Nick?
Yes, done. B grade at Gumaraka. And he was, I think he was only under 16s then, and we were short a bit, so I was playing Bs, and
I thought you might just hold on for another 20 years in Super, also do like Chris Hill, play with his son.
Nah, not going to happen. Not going to happen.
73 and...
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
All right, Mark, thanks for joining. Just quickly, what's on the agenda tonight? Big night in Salem. I suppose you've got the hall all decked out with the black and white, black and gold streamers, and just turn back to...
I don't know. Well, the boys are playing down there today, so the new club rooms should be open.
Right.
Could call in there, aren't they?
Why not?
I think they're there, aren't they? And
$23 schnitzels.
$23 snitch.
You have to bring your own chair, but we'll get that.
Probably one of my cows that they got that I don't know about, but anyway.
All right, Mark, it's happy birthday, my man. Thanks for joining us here in the Call of the Wilds. We get set for the second half. Your caller is Benny Golfing.
Thanks, boys. You do a great job.
Cheers, mate.
Here we go. Nairne Bremer United 3-2, leading Uraidla 1-7. Uraidla pressing early in this third term. Clark with the ball, the big ruckman for them, wrapped up in a tackle by Ben Powell. So, this will be interesting. First 5 minutes in this third term. As I said, Uraidla 1-7. Plenty of chances in that first half. Nairne Bremer United 3-2. We'll get the goal kickers in the opening half shortly. Waterman, similar start to the first half with a few scrimmages. So it's now centre half forward area for Uraidla. Just the one goal kicker so far for them. Clark won it down. Coming through was Kepper, ruthlessly wrapped up in a tackle there by Rupchik. So, ticked over just a minute. Goal kickers in the first half. We had Hurigan, Ahine and Kelly for Nairne, and the one goal kicker for Uraidla was Purdy. Half forward line for Uraidla. Powell tried to clear the ball. Pops out the back. Here's Brazier. And there we go, holding the ball. So Nairne with an opportunity here through Archer Connolly, I think it is, who was pretty good last week in the win against Mount Lofty. Goes to Lockie Cross, usually a good user of the ball. Arches the back, has a bit of a run. So gets through that. Lovely delivery, Pistols, and fine big Sheets betting.
So Tommy Betting breaks on that left eventually. High kick.
Big
Chance
Darce.
here, but Big Darcy's got 2 to beat, and standing his ground in front was Robbie Kipper. Waste no time.
Oh!
Teammate Allen, who really wasn't ready for it. So intercepted here for Nairne. Comes to Waterman. He's got a loose man out here in Revington. Who's bobbed up.
Hollow's on.
Takes the ball in the
Hollow's
wing
on.
area. Chips it out to the lead of Willis.
Willis, sorry.
Getting back there.
Well
It's
done.
Fresh, well done, Willis. Shells candy. Can he kick a miracle goal? Dribbles across the face. First to get there will be Rudliff, bouncing ball. Arnie corrals him, manages to get the kick away up the line and finds Brazier out there right in front of the interchange coaching box area. He's got a lead here from Spry. Honours out with a good... Spry's dropped the ball. Good enough to recover this way, that way. Runs himself into trouble now.
Gone.
Holding the ball.
No, yes,
No,
the
throw.
umpire, illegal disposal. So good perseverance by Rupchik, wins a free kick for the Rams.
Yep. A little bit more open now after the opening minute was scrimmages. So free-flowing football, holding the ball. Opportunity for Rupchik for the Rams. So, kicks it, switches play out towards Revington. Little pop-over pass here.
It's our man.
And finds Harry Hollow with a magpie right near him. So Harry Hollow for the Rams, 45 metres out. Revington wants it again, goes to him. The captain for Nairne from outside. Well, there we go. That's gone out of bounds on the full.
I tell you what, Nick Yates kicked like a defender there.
Yeah, that's his first error for the day, poor old Rev. But no, he's gone well there. They're not manning him up at the moment, so as long as he can keep pumping him
Michael
in.
Tudor in the scoreboard back pocket decides to handball at the line to Halliday. Halliday turns and handballs. He set Robbie Kepper a target. Comes out into Clark. In turn, gets back to Rudliff. He gets a hurried kick right in front of the Dreammaker wing. Setting himself as Mitchie Hind. Got his hands to it.
Oh, it's come out the
Good
back.
follow there by Thomas. He's got a man out here loose. Will it bounce for him? Yes, it does. It's young Purdy. Ball deflects there. Here's Revington. Handball's inboard to Lockie May. He set upon in the back there. Notes at the umpire. Comes out to Thomas. Big stop tackle applied by Bastian. Takes him to ground just on the edge of the 50-metre arc. So umpire Dunleavy's certainly letting it flow here, Goldie.
4 minutes gone, half forward line for Uraidla. 4 goals in the opening term we had. Nairne leading 3-2. Uraidla 1 goal 7. Physical game of football. 4 minutes gone. Second half action here. Cube Logistic Oval in Nairne. Round 7 action. Of course, Nairne entering the match with their first win last week against Mount Lofty. Uraidla have chalked up a couple of wins. Lost the last 3, I think.
Free kick paid.
Free kick here for Uraidla from that stoppage to Angus Clark. So Clark moving it on quickly. Lace out pass, is it? Oh, drop Trenorton. Off hands. Nice work here by Harry Allen. Shows a bit of toe. Goes for goal.
Got it.
And there we go. They're saying it hit the post. Bit of confusion. All clear. Chris Tanner.
Wow, it's taken 12 minutes in the first term was their first goal. Goldie, it's taken till 4.5 minutes in the third term for Uraidla to get their second on the board. But good work by Clark. Won that result and got the ball out. And Harry Allen, who's been pretty prominent with a pretty good finish there. So Uraidla creep closer. In fact, 1 point in arrears there, 2-7-19. Nairne Bremer 3-2-20. 4.5 minutes gone here, called to old third term. Great battle, the duel in the sun here at Cube Logistics Oval. As we said, round 7, lucky for some. Who will emerge the winner? Back in the centre, Binder versus Clark. 0-0 draw. Ball comes down here, forcing its way forward is Waterman. Goes long, but camped under the ball and taken. He scored up with Chudasaurus. Handball deflected out here by Marla. Gets an underground near handball to Willis, the other youngster. He's carried over the line by Tudor, who made up for that mistake with a pretty good pressure tackle on Willis. So we'll have a throw in right in front of the photography paparazzi stand there. In front of the scoreboard, 3-2 plays 2-7 1 point ball game in favour of the Rams.
Rule arm wrestle. 2-7-19, Nairne Bremer United. 3-2, 1 point ball game. Ball
Good
pops
hands.
out the back, chain of handballs. Kick forward there. Oh, how's the bounce? Lovely take there by Rudliff for Uraidla. Kicks it towards Harry Allen. How's the toe? Very good. Versus Powell.
Holding the ball.
That's holding the ball.
Good call, Goldie.
Arch the
He's done
back.
it twice
Powell
today,
takes
so
the
two bounces and
ball.
got on the
Centre
ball.
outer side wing. Allen backed himself in, but Powell won out there for Nairne. Kicks it towards the half forward line. Chop off Rudliff against Hourigan's gone out of bounds.
That's a timely tackle there by Powell because Allen got clear. He's off to the races, as they say. Just half-time scores from around the grounds. Raiders 4-9, Achunga 5-1, Blackwood 7-3, Lobethal 7-2, Harndorf 7-9, Mount Lofty 4-4. And in Country Division, Burwood 9-5. Can they upset Kersbrook, who are 4-2? Ironback 12-1, Macclesfield 6-4.
Ball pops out in the middle of the ground. Halliday stoppage situation. So, 7 minutes gone in the third turn. Nairne Bremer United 3-2, Uraidla 2-7, 1 point margin. Important game. Nairne entering the contest with 1 win, Uraidla 2 wins. Ball pops out the back. Here's Allen. He's getting plenty of it in this third term. Intended target there in the attacking 50 was Purdy. And wrapped up inside attacking 50 for the Rams.
I'll tell you what, Nick, Yentru's starting to work into the game after having a couple of weeks off. Benny Powell starting to show some touch now.
Yeah, he's always been good back there, Mr. Reliable. So he just likes chopping off and and intercepting those. But clutch tackle over there before too to stop their run.
So another throw up from umpire Dunleavy right in the 50-metre arc. Ball bouncing out there. Turlick couldn't get to it. So once again, the academy boy coming into play. So 7.5 minutes gone. Ring-a-ding game here, 3-2 to 2-7, 1 point ball game in favour of the Rams. Very important round 7 clash for both sides. Ruckjewel.
Oh, nice tap.
By Clark comes out here around the corner.
That was textbook ruck work. Clark flicked it on with the left mitt and lovely goal there for your Uraidla. Pistols to Turlick, is it?
Yep, the old Nord premiership teammates combining there. So Turlick with his first of the afternoon and 12th of the season has given his side the lead. 3-7-25 to Nairne Bremer 3-2-20. So a 5 point ball game. Jaden J.
Geez, thanks, Pistols. So 10 kicks each in this game, or in this quarter, sorry. 8 handballs to 70 in favour of the Rams as well, and 4 marks each. So pretty even in the stats. Well done by Uraidla. They averaged 2 goals in the third quarter, so they've already got them. So let's see if I can get a few more.
So back in the centre, Jamison Kelly having a spill and ruck for the Rams against the Tylers Clark. Clark got up, actually missed the ball, comes down to Rupchik, gets the ball out here to Bastian, goes long. Target up there, getting his hands to it was Willis. Pies a tackle there on Tudor. Muller in there helping out also, lurking his hollow. Well done, Muller. Got the ball back out here. Quick kick away by McDougall, but it's high, wide and unhandsome and out of bounds in front of the scoreboard, which reads Uraidla 3-7, Nairne Bremer 3-2.
So Uraidla through Kluvenek. Short pass, finds Turlick. Kicked the last goal. Second for the quarter for Uraidla, who have hit the lead now by 5 points. 10 minutes gone in the third term. Kick in the middle of the ground, backing back. Nice mark by Slade. Just starting to press here a bit, Uraidla, and get some scoreboard ascendancy. Kick towards the half-forward line. Thomas is the target. Good spoil by Mitchy Stitchy Hine for Nairne. Thomas goes in with a second effort. Hine wraps him up in a tackle half-forward line for Uraidla, who are pressing here. 3-7, Nairne Bremer United 3-2, so 5 point margin, 10 minutes gone in the third term.
Thomas in the ruckwick, got it down in.
Great tackle.
Could have been taken high. No, so the umpire gets out to Halliday. Halliday nurses a little one up the line to the lead there of Blake Trenorden. So as Goldie said, Uraidla just starting to get on top around the stoppages and the clearances. So Blake Trenorden, of course, coming off a bag of 5 last week, yet to get on the board here this afternoon as far as goals go. So the chance here to boost his confidence and also Uraidla's lead. They're ahead by 5 points. Sets on its way towards the Bukunga end. Goal umpire Chris Tanner doesn't move an inch. So third goal in 10 minutes to Uraidla, and they open an 11-point break here. So Nick Yench, this is perhaps could be the moment of the match. Nairne have to find a reply.
Yeah, you're right there. We're just lacking a little bit around the footy at the moment. Still blazing forward, but when we do go forward, it's coming out pretty easily. So if we can just keep a bit of pressure on down there and see if we can get on the board, just jag a couple back here.
Jaden and Rob, some stats?
Yeah, inside 50s this quarter, 4 to Nairne and 5 to Uraidla.
And 15 kicks to 12 in favour of Uraidla, and 10 handballs to 9 in favour of the Rams.
Clark and Kelly go at it. Clark won that one down. Aerial ping pong. Powell coming through. Wrapped up. Kelly handballs off. Arnie's wrapped up in the tackle by Uraidla. Throwing it in. Oh, chill. Bang. Worthley. Gee whiz, they're throwing it in now, Uraidla, and the coaching staff is up and about on the boundary line there. Turlick involved. Throwing his weight around. Middle of the ground. Uraidla pressing. 12 minutes gone. 4-7 to Nairne Bremer United 3-2. 3 goals in this term to Uraidla. They can sense something here. Skipping out to a nice 11-point margin.
Yeah, not allowed to get that free-flowing football now. They love to run the football, but being held in the moment by some pretty tough work around the clearances by Uraidla. The ball comes down here. Once again, 0-0 draw in a battle for the ball. between Halliday and Willis. So umpire Brooks will come in to recommence play. Still inside the centre square here. Clark gets the ball down, snaffled by Powell, goes long on the left towards half forward. Big Tommy Betting puts his hands up, ball spills free. Trying to burst his way through, there was McDougall. Ball held to him, but umpire said he couldn't get it out. Didn't get it out, so relieving free kick. Intercepted. Oh, it came off. It's Kluvenik, just grabbed it in front of Das. Puts the ball up here. Waterman in the box.
He knew what was coming there.
Courage there, and courage personified. Kevin Waterman there. As coming through strongly was Allen. So Waterman, the pass Crow top-up player, to take the relieving free kick. Had the wind knocked at him, but he nurses up the line. Got his hand to his lucky cross. One grab, two grab. Still kicking the ball in front of him. Gets help there from Hollow. Also Bastian, good strong at ground level. Could have been a push in the back there to Hollow. Notes at the umpire. Oh, good strong tackle applied. And finally, umpire Dunleavy says, "Oh, have it, boys." Just inside the centre square. 12 and a half gone. Nairne Bremer 3-2 trail. Uraidla 4-7.
Ball pops out. Here's Powell. He's important, obviously. Left foot, inside 50. Hurrigan versus Kluvenik. Out towards the boundary line. Last touch rule. Should be a free kick here for Uraidla, or is a boundary throw-in?
Thrown in.
Boundary throw-in. Kluvenik hoping for the last touch
If
rule.
you've got the chance to grab it, you're meant to grab it. So.
Okay. So boundary throw-in, inside attacking 50 for the Rams. They'll be keen to pounce on this opportunity. 14 minutes gone. The tape pavilion's going up. Young Rams getting behind this play right here. What can they do? Stoppage situation. Ball's held up.
And the shadows starting to lengthen across here at Cube Logistics Oval, but the terrace is still bathed in sunshine, and why not? It's been a great day for football. Comes out here to Arnie. Can he do something special? Will go hide, and it goes longer. Looming out is Hurricane. Oh, got his hands to it. No. Playing said the umpire. Bastian there at ground level also. Ball held in there as the Nairne Rams move tantalisingly close to the goal mouth. So opportunity here. Can they raise a score out of this up high? Rude have got the fist away. First to get there. Looks like McDougall gets a handball there towards Hollow. Arnie, can he do something? Ball comes out, but over the top. And looks like a free kick. I think it's going to be Arnie, is it?
Hollow.
Sorry, Harry Hollow, our man.
He's our love child.
So after last week, we need him to repeat that, and especially the Nairne coaching staff. With 4 goals last week. So against his old team, yet to get on the board as far as goals go. So
we need this one here, boys.
So Hollow had a shot earlier for a behind. So he'll unleash. Oh, tries to run around. Could run himself into trouble. Tries the hook. Close to goal, double-handed there by the defence. Crashing his way through was Kepper, I think. Ball held to him. So Harry sort of ran himself into trouble there, Nicky Yitch.
Yeah, I don't know what he was sort of thinking there.
We need that left footer looming to get the cheapie, as you know.
Just come around the back.
Stoppage situation just near the goal square area. Turlick with the clearing kick for Uraidla. Powell backing back. Waterman crashing through. Kelly, he's set upon immediately by Worthley. Hold the balling up, half forward line. 15 minutes gone. Nairne Bremer United 3-2. Uraidla 4-7. Stoppage situation. Ruckman went up. Ball hits the deck. Around the action is Hine. Ball flicks out to Kepper. He goes into space. It'll be Trenorden versus Cross, I think it is, or Sarah Katnich. Waterman went one way then the other. Back to Sarah Katnich. Lace out pass finds
Archer Connolly.
Archer Connolly. So, Nairne just pressing here as we head towards the 16-minute mark. Important that they get a goal. 11 points the margin. Uraidla lead. Das went up. Ball hits the deck.
Here we go.
And bursts on the ball there. Gee, went up high there. Hollow throwing his weight around against Kluvenik. Stoppage situation directly in front for the Rams.
So, Nairne pushing once again. Off hands. Comes out here to Spry this way, that way. French his way through traffic. Get a bung kick away. Good attack on the ball there for the Demons from Spry. Ball comes back. Oh, going to ground was Watke in a heavy clash. No, beg your pardon, out here. Comes out the back door to Arnie. Nurses the ball across. And looks like free behind play, is it? Yes. As crashing the ground is Kepper.
And just
Tudosaurus.
Just earlier on, Mitch Hine put an important hand in to cut off the play there for Uraidla.
But Lockie May's got a bit of sore melon out here, but the free kick to be paid here to McDougall was Michael Tudor in a little bit of trouble there.
Just winded himself, I think.
Getting to his feet now to stand the man of the mark. Of course, last year's playing coach, past under-18 premiership coach and loyal servant of the Uraidla Football Club, Michael Tudor. So Heath McDougall with the resultant free kick. So McDougall waits what's on offer, goes long. Target out here is Hollow, ground level. Waiting there is Muller and Hine, but the ball held in. So once again, umpire Dunleavy will throw it up. So the big men gather. Actually, up high was Hine. Ball comes down to Spry, quick hands away. Got it to Purdy, got a quick kick away. Here's big Binder, spilled here. Well taken by Chenord.
Great tackle.
Who ran into power trouble in Waterman. Ball held onto him virtually on the cricket pitch area. Umpire will come and ball up. 3-2, Nairne Bremer trailing the Demons from Uraidla 4-7. 17.5 minutes gone. Called a wild third term.
Clever tap on by Binder to Powell. Moves it on further afield near the cricket pitch area. Umpire crosses himself. Good hit there. So Rams slowly but surely making their way back to the 50 mark. Haven't got a goal in this quarter. Uraidla have kicked a few.
Great
good
smother.
Good into smothered there. Connolly coming through.
McDougall.
Kick towards goal. It's gone through for a minor score.
I tell you what, he deserved the goal for that great smothering effort and then follow up. Would have been a real inspirational goal, but unfortunately the wrong side of the post. But the first score of the quarter, Goldie behind, they moved to 3-3 to 4-7.
18-minute mark. Only 7 goals have been kicked for the match. Real arm wrestle. Cracking game of football. Short pass, dangerous. Rudolph takes it. Hourigan's pouncing. Manages to get the kick away out towards the outer side wing. Taken there by Purdy. So Jack Purdy goes past Nairne's interchange bench with a high kick. Turlick, is it? Ball hits it there. Watley, sorry, got to get that right. May. Dangerous kick into the centre half back area. Sarah Katnich. Here's Cross. How's the ball use here? Usually good. It's gone out of bounds though, and it'll be last touch rule just in front of us here. Uraidla free kick. Braden Watton. Uraidla leading 4-7. Nairne Bremer United 3-3. 10 points the margin.
So Watton nurses it towards a teammate. Well scooped up there by the young fella in Brazier. Gets it to another youngster in Spry around the corner. Getting his hand to his Binder. Here's Turlick at ground level. Well shadowed by Revington. Coming in also is Trenorden for the Demons. Ball held in and a stalemate. So Uraidla now with the ascendancy in their forward area. Nairne had the ball for a long time up forward but couldn't get that vital goal. In fact, only kick a point for the quarter. Ball comes down there. Powell taps it out. Coming through his big Binder. He makes his own way through the pack. Gets that handball to Ruchik. Just
barrels.
bounces off young Brazier and then gets the ball up towards Hourigan. Got his hands to it. Was he pulled down? No. Hourigan a bit slow to get up there. As ball comes out here to McDougall. Oh, he's spent it on nicely off there by Greach. Body's going in everywhere, and Big Dar's still down at the moment.
Yeah, it's a bit hard when 2 blokes jump straight on top of you and drag you down.
Absolutely,
Anyway.
getting up with a bit of a hobble there. He's in all sorts of trouble at the moment. A teammate Dan Waterman calling for assistance for the big man who's down at the moment. So Basford up, Binder coming through. Good work there, nursing it forward. Looked like it was Connolly. Finally turn over, here comes to Spry. Puts one up the line, looking out here for Purdy. Power and close.
He's paid a high tackle.
Oh, strike me pink umpire. Little bit of body work there by Benny Powell. He's paid it too high, so looks like it'll be Purdy. I think Goldie will take the resultant free kick on the edge of the 50-metre arc for the Demons, working towards the Brakunga end of the ground. How do we get involved?
Yeah, just looking at Darcy, slowly getting to his feet.
Yeah,
I'll tell you in a sec. Kick towards goal. Minor score. Maybe an ankle, is it? Well, I'm not going to call. Uraidla, Call of the Wild Facebook page, Call of the Wild YouTube, and also Lofty 88.9 radio with altitude online and also on FM, and also Nairne Rams Facebook page. Kick outs finds Waterman as Das really taking his time to get off the ground. But if they get the stretcher, that's it, I think. Waterman kicks out towards centre wing, outer side where we're commentating. Big pack forms.
Good
Campbell
hands.
out towards Hollow. It's gone out of bounds, though.
So at the moment, the Rams are effectively a man down as we're coming at the 21-minute mark at this third term, and of course an important man in Darcy Hourigan.
Yeah, looks in a bit
like
of...
he's being carried off by a couple of trainers.
It's either an ankle or a knee, boys.
Yeah, ankle, I think, boys.
So, resultant free kick to be taken here by Paddy Kepper. He nurses the ball up towards a teammate in Spry. Pack seemed to separate for him. He took an uncontested mark. He runs on, then a bit of a hung kick in the end. Shame yourself is Revington. He always keep the ball in front. Well done, skipper. Gets the ball, but intercepted by Allen. No, cupped up by Watke. Gets it back to Worthley. Nurses it out here to Purdy. Demons sort of playing possession football now. Up to Turlick. Close to the line. Revington back there. The shadow. He takes the ball out over the line. So just cleaner with their possession football at the moment, Nicky Yentz, the Demons.
Yeah, a lot cleaner, aren't they? A lot cleaner. Just our boys there. Just not first at the footy at the moment either. We're sort of losing our way a bit. So if we can just hold them here for this quarter and we'll reset at 3/4 time, I think.
Boundary throwing inside 50 here. 22 minutes gone. Uraidla just got the upper hand in this third term as we head towards 3/4 time break. Darcy Hourigan just on the ground at ground level, just getting their boot off. It's carried off the ground by 3 trainers. Meantime, it's down the other end of the ground. Inside Uraidla's forward line. Goal kickers so far for Nairne, well, all in the opening half. Hourigan, Hine and Kelly. And for Uraidla, Purdy, Turlick, Trenorden and Harry Allen. 3 goals in this term for Uraidla have given them the upper hand.
So, free kick here to the coach in Turlick, as Goldie called, already had a goal on the board, 8-minute mark at this term. Now 23 minutes just about to tick over, so if he can get his second for the quarter. No, he decides to go to his other lookalike in Worthley, who I can't believe that, Nick Yench here, shaking his head how he's allowed to find space to drift in.
He started actually just here at the centre square and just walked through and just found a hole and went through with it.
So Worthley, chance here to make the tasking a little bit tougher for the Rams. Tight angle though, can he thread the needle? Touched off hands, luckily by the big man in behind her. So 3-2 plays 1 behind for the term, boys. Just shows you the ascendancy. After Nairne led by 7 points at half time, they now trail by 2 straight kicks. 3-3 plays 4-9, 33-21.
It's been 9 inside 50s to each side this quarter, boys.
So Revington to bring the ball back in, the skipper for the Rams. Goes out wide with a bit of a mung. Hate to be on the end of that. Powell got his hands to it. Goes to ground level. Tough tussle for the ball there. Finally, 0-0 draw between Rudliff and Powell. So the ball up. Binder. Clark been good all afternoon. Got it down to the run of a teammate who drives it forward. But once again, Turlick trying to get the ball in. Yes, he has. Well done. Shadowed there by the youngster in Sherrick. Finally, the ball comes out here. This will turn something out of nothing.
Out of bounds on the
and
full.
Into nothing.
I think it was Patrick Kepper, yes. So something did come out of nothing and ended in nothing. That's called by Robbie Sherwood. So resultant free kick to be taken by Revington, who nursed up the line to Lockie Cross.
Yep, went one way then the other, almost sold himself into a bit of trouble. Has that gone 15 metres? No, it hasn't. Umpire says no.
No reason. Really?
That was double the distance of young Hines past Nick Yench earlier.
Yeah, that was 12 metres. The other one this morning was 7.
Stoppage situation inside the attacking 50 here for Uraidla. As I said, they've kicked 3 goals in this term, 25-minute mark. 4-9 Uraidla. Nairne Bremer United 3 goals 3. Waterman under pressure. Gets a clearing kick away into the centre square. And there we go, 3/4 time. 3 goals kicked in that term. It's given Uraidla a 4-goal 9 to 3-goal 3 lead at 3/4 time. Low scoring. But Uraidla, 2-goal break. Very, very handy in such a match. And as I said, Darcy Hourigan off the ground with a leg injury. Michael Tudor's gone up to him, just seeing how he's going. Doesn't look good for Das.
No, I think it's an ankle. Looks like an ankle, Goldie.
So to talk about the Premiership quarter, Goldie, obviously you don't play the grand final in May, but Uraidla Districts approaching it as if it was. And kicking away decisively, as you said, kicking 3-2 to 1 behind that term, and now lead 4-9 to 3-3. But certainly the game not out of reach of the Rams. Bearing in mind they led by 4 points at quarter time, 2-1 to 1-3. 7 points at half time at 3-2 to 1-7. As I said, Uraidla just poking their nose in front with a 12-point margin at the moment, 4-9 to 3-3. So it'd be very interesting to read the stats for that particular quarter, and I'd suggest Jay that they favour the Demons.
Yeah, just about 35 kicks to 34 Pistols towards the Demons, but 9 handballs more for the Rams though. The tackle count 40 to 37 in favour of Uraidla, and they're actually been leading that count for the day. They lead it by 13 at the moment. So last week, Nairne put some great pressure on Mount Lofty, but Uraidla putting some great pressure on Nairne today. The hit-outs 15 to 12, so pretty even there for Uraidla. But yeah, just unfortunately the Rams couldn't hit the scoreboard, and that was actually their lowest third quarter score for the year, boys. So unfortunate there for the Rams. In the stoppage clearances though, 12 to 9 in favour of the Rams. So yeah, and 14 marks to 9 in favour of Uraidla. So they won that one, Uraidla, and obviously they outscored them in that quarter as well. And they only averaged 2 goals for the year, Uraidla, in the third quarter, and they got 3 there. So well done to the Demons. Rob?
Yeah, inside 50s that quarter, 11 to Uraidla, total of 32 for the game. We had 9 for Nairne and total of 24 for the game. So centre clearances, 3 to Nairne and 5 to Uraidla. So Uraidla are slowly, looks like they're slowly getting on top. I think late in that quarter when Das went down, I think Daniel Lackenby put young Lockie May up in the forward line. So it'll just be interesting to see who's going to kick their goals, boys, in the last quarter if they're going to get back into this.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thanks very much, boys, on the boundary. As I said, 3-quarter time here in the game. Interesting poised as Uraidla 4-9-33. Lead Nairne 3-3-21.
Got a full-time AFL score if you like, boys.
SAFL Hall of Fame member. And you're listening to the Vibe of the Hills footy on HFL Media.
Hi, this is Dara Gavrilova, and when I'm not on court, I enjoy a surf of community sport here on HFL Media.
Hi folks, it's Graham Corn speaking, and you're taking in the best of Adelaide Hills community footy right here on HFL Media.
G'day, this is Tony Modra, and there is always plenty of top marks with the coverage of Hills community football here on HFL Media.
And after hearing from Tony Modra, we might hear from one of his old mates, Robbie Sherwood.
Sorry, boys. Yeah, just a full-time AFL score. Carlton 86, defeated Hawthorn 63. The Cats with 5 minutes to go, 85. Gold Coast Suns 44. And the Crows and the D's have just started at Adelaide Oval in Melbourne 7. Adelaide yet to score.
Okay, we can bring you one 3-quarter time Division 1 score. Down the road at Callington, it's the Raiders 8-12, leading Achunga 6-3. So the Raiders kicking away in that third term to lead by, 21 points as they turn for home. So 8-12 to 6-3. And as I said, we'll bring you some more updated scores as they come to hand. But here at the Cube Logistics Oval, it's Uraidla turning for home with their nose in front by 2 straight kicks, 4-9 to 3-3 here in round 7. Who will be lucky, as umpire Brooks just surveying, make sure the teams are ready for this, the final surge. Which team will come away with the spoils here this afternoon? A vitally sought win for both teams. So as I said, Nairne facing needed 2 quick goals to get back on even. Stevens, the Demons looking to open that margin. So umpire Brooks holds it aloft. We're away last term here on the Call of the Wild. Ball one down there by Kelly, taken away by Ruchik. Smothered kick, doesn't travel that far. In fact, over the boundary line out here. Last touch applies right in front of the Dreammaker, so it'll be Braden Watton to take the resultant free kick for the Demons. He nurses up the line and finds Patrick Kepper. So the Demons looking to break a 3 losses in a row. Another mung kick headed towards Spry. Clean bounces him, coming through his power. Keeps the ball in front of him, gets assistance there from Lockie May. He's dispossessed by Tommy Jepp, comes back to Powell. He hangs on to the ball in the end. Couldn't get his boot to it, Goldie, so holding the ball.
Oh, here we go. Advantage play on. Kepper kick inside 50, cut off there by Hine. Found a teammate there in the reliable Revington. The captain finds a Hine. Of course, that's Alex Hine. Half back line, goes up the line, steers it up towards Lockie Cross. As I said, Darcy Hourigan off the ground. Looks like a right ankle for him, so he'll play no further part in this match. So the Rams will have to step up without their key forward. Let's see how they go. It'll be a spirited win if they can. Lockie May kicks it out, switching play. Oh, crash, bang. 2 players going in it.
Oh, nice well done, McDougall.
Yeah, McDougall. Beautifully done. Wins out against a couple of Uraidla players. Goes back to the captain in Revington. Goes up the line.
Oh, great grab.
Coat-hanged mark.
Yeah, well done.
Connolly takes the mark. So good signs early for Nairne as they press towards the left of the screen or left of your dial.
So Connolly on the left, high towards half forward, lumbering out his big Tommy Betting. Does a defensive spot, taken by Rubchik. Toe pokes it forward. Oh, got rid of his poke.
Toe poke.
Well, it's set for him.
Toe poke.
Coming in here also, leaving it behind was Arnie. Was it Hollow? Sorry. Ball comes out the back and taken by Robbie Kepper and just lifts the eye and picks out the experienced campaigner and Kluven there.
Yep. Good work from Uraidla's defence. Halliday takes the mark, kick in the middle of the ground. Jep. Is he taking the mark? Right? Oh, beautiful.
Pegler. Stole it.
So Nairne pressing. Need a goal early. Kick inside 50. Watton had his eyes on it. Dropped the mark. Butted up beautifully. Finds a teammate there in Brazier. Running off the half-back line. I think that was Spry. Trenorton dropped it. 3 Nairne players around him. Thomas keeps it in. Who's he got? Opens up a little kick into the middle of the ground. 1-on-2. Rupchik versus Allen. Throw.
Well done.
Free
Great
kick for
tackle.
Nairne. Good signs early, Rob.
Yeah, good tackle. Good ball pressure, boys.
Yeah, from both sides here, realising the importance of this, particularly for Nairne. Need a goal just to stem the ascendancy that the Demons picked up in that third quarter. So Rupchik, undecided. He's going to get tackled here from Turlick, who come in from behind him. Got a go for Pegler. Pegler high kick. Pack sets themselves bed. Connolly once again.
Free kick. He's gone the other way.
He's gone the free kick to Connolly.
okay.
Well, he pointed the wrong way. Umpire doesn't leave him.
That's all right. We'll allow that.
Versus the ball out here to Thomas in front of the Dreammaker wing area. He puts it up here to Spry. He's been good this afternoon. The youngster, off he goes. Nurses is up the line to the lead.
Chiseling.
Turlick. And when you kick to the coach, you'll get a game next week, Goldie.
Chiseling pass. And watched a few highlights of Uraidla over the first few rounds, and he kicked some great goals early in the season, Dean Turlick. In fact, he's kicked for the season 11 goals.
If he gets this one, boys, it'll make it difficult for the Rams.
Oh, he's going for his 13th. He's kicked 1 today. Entered the game with 11. Dean Turlick kicked similar goals actually at Uraidla Oval in the highlights. So Dean Turlick, of course, Premiership player at Norwood. Also, we spent some time at Melbourne in the AFL. And that's a beautiful kick by the playing coach. Important after Nairne came out with plenty of intensity. And Uraidla skip away. A game-high lead, Rob, of 3 goals.
Yeah, going to make it difficult now, Goldie. Nairne had their opportunities up forward. They got Betting at full forward by the looks. And Lockie May at centre half forward. And just surrounded them with... Lockie Cross and Harry Hollow.
They're just lacking that big power forward now. Darcy's off the ground, but it'd be good to have another one to, But anyway, a target for him. So back in the centre, Jamison Kelly, who's in the ruck, gets the ball down. Waterman trying hard, stolen like a thief in the night by Rubchik. Goes towards the half-forward flank area. Here's May lumbering out. Taking the ground. Well taken there. I think it was Lockie Cross. Drives it forward to Big Betting. Fists the ball over the boundary line, lurking his young arm. He couldn't get there, so a boundary throw in. Yeah, they just need another big, tall marking target up there. Uraidla defence perhaps picking off the intercepts too easy, I think, Goldie.
Jaden, just out of interest, what's the lowest score Uraidla have kept the side to this season?
Lowest score?
We'll get to that shortly
Yeah,
if you got it. If not, that's right.
Yeah, I got it, yeah.
So clearing kick out of defence by Rudloff. Kick out towards the outer side wing. Pack form. Spry went up. Kick by Turlick. He's getting some touches now. Hallie Allen's around the ball. Luke Thomas. Nice pirouette. Handball over the top. Finds a teammate there. Back. Kick towards the forward line for Uraidla. Allen's the target. Ball pops up. Half forward line. Out towards the boundary line. And it's gone out of bounds there with Baden Willis, the last player to see the ball out of bounds.
The lowest score that Uraidla have kept a side to was a Chunga with 56. Goldie?
So around the grounds for our sponsor this afternoon, Closey's, Raiders 8-12, Achunga 6-3, Harndall 15-14 have put the foot down against Mount Lofty 5-5. And in Country Division, Birdwood 11-6, leading Kersbrook 8-5, the two traditional rivals. Goldie, of course, been going at it for 100 years, so Birdwood could be the first side to topple the Brookers this season.
Yep, and Simon Noonan actually picked Birdwood in the tips in the paper, so he's onto something there. So here's Nairne. Desperate McDougall kicks it out towards the wing.
Great grab.
Lovely mark there by Archer Connolly.
Great set of hands, this kid, Yetchi.
Yep. Kick it in the middle of the ground. Hollows the target.
Harry.
What can he do here? He's also got some assistance from Cross, but winning out there is Watton. Nice work of the Burke there by Brazier. Bit of shimmy work. Went towards Jepp. Eventually comes to him. Tommy Jepp from 55 metres out from goal. How will it bounce here? Revington backing back. Oh, favours the incoming Harry Allen. Oh, he's set upon, manages to keep his feet, but he's stripped of it, and that's holding the ball.
He's been caught.
Man, free kick, last line of defence, desperately need a goal, Rob.
Yeah, it was a great tackle.
So Pegler switches the ball across here to the other half-back scoreboard flank. And Benny Powell working his way into the game after absentee last week. Ball comes up here, here's Hollow. Ball fisted off hands there from Uraidla player in young Brazier. So the academy boy will come and pitch the ball back in for a ruck contest right in front of the Dreammaker and straight down the lens of ace cameraman Dallas Rogers. Throw in. Clark, front spot, gets the tap down. Oh, I tried to stall with Kelly. Comes down into Spry. Oh, good handball to the runner. Brazier nurses the ball, but straight in the hands of Powell. Powell wastes no time, goes out wide. He's got two rams out here. Kelly on the end of it, over his head, intercepting his Kepper. Comes back here to Clark.
That was a great tackle.
The Rams should have done better than that. They had a couple of blokes spare, but coughed up that entry.
8 minutes gone.
There, Jeffrey.
8 minutes gone. 18 points the margin in the final term here. Of course, Uraidla looking for their third win. Nairne winning last week against Mount Lofty. Under the pump, though, Harry Allen. He's one of the best players on the ground. Kick in the middle of the ground. Turlick also involved here is Brazier. Goes back to Turlick. Dropped what he should have taken there. Half forward line for Uraidla. Went in again, the playing coach. Stripped of it. Nairne defence holding up well here, and it's held up at centre half forward area for Uraidla.
Sorry,
today. Turlick's had a lot of the footy today. He's
absolutely. Yeah. He's down his haunches at the moment.
He's kicked 3 goals, I think, too, as well, hasn't he?
Absolutely. And as Goldie talked about before, the warmer conditions, and there's a few players starting to feel the pinch here. And Big Clark, who's battled pretty well in ruck, apparently Basford has taken a few spots for him, but he's virtually rucked all day. So Big Clark,
play on.
Big Clark goes out here to Robbie Kepper. Kepper unchallenged, races forward, puts it towards the top of the square, back flies, off hands, here's a chance, racing in.
Trenorton. Oh.
They tried to nail one in the back of the net at Highmarsh Stadium. Unfortunately, misses for a minor score.
Handy point. Back anyway.
Oh, no. Kick out's gone straight down the throat of Kepper.
I tell you, was that Jack Revington?
Yeah, Revo.
Unfortunately, Jack, he's good for one of those each game. For old Jack. I think last time we were out here, we had that unfortunate incident, but
yeah, the idea was their pistols, I think.
Yeah, fortune favours the man. He was trying to do a Matthew Scarlett, perhaps just don't poke it forward. But anyway, Patrick Kepper, not a known goal kicker, so the chance here to really put the task, you'd think, beyond the Rams. So Kepper approaches. Nothing wrong with that as we're right behind him. Dallas, the cameraman.
Robbie Wild says all clear, so Uraidla go to 6-10-46.
Might be the game, boys, I think.
Nairne Bremer United haven't added a goal since half-time.
Half-time, 1 point actually. 1 point,
1 point since half-time.
The last goal was through Jamison Kelly, Nick Yench, 5 minutes 35 into the second term.
Yeah, we haven't been blessed with them today, have we?
Rather disappointing once again for the Rams, who play well in patches, but just seem to be a bit wanting when the game needs to be won, unfortunately.
Das making his way to the change rooms on crutches. So, back in the middle, Uraidla skipping out with the last 5 goals of the match. 6-10 to Nairne Bremer United, 3 goals, 3. Of course, Nairne led earlier on, but haven't added a goal since half-time. Clark won it down to Turlick. He's wrapped up the touches. Brazier, kick inside 50. Thomas is a target. That's a beautiful little transition there from the stoppage. And a good mark there by Luke Thomas, who can play either end by the looks of it. Pistols. Dean Turlick coming in here, looking for the hands. But Thomas going back. 45-degree angle, 45 metres out, and nails the goal. So Uraidla skip ahead. 7 goals, 10. They look good things. 52 to Nairne Bremer United, 3 goals, 3, 21. Robbie Sherwood.
Yeah, it's just experience, boys. Guys that have played AFL and league footy, they have the vision to get the ball out wide to the runner, and young Brazier kicked it long, and Thomas did the rest. So, you can't buy experience. So, good piece of play by Uraidla.
So Uraidla go to 7 goals, 10-52. Last goal scorer for them, Luke Thomas, Nairne Bremer United, 3 goals, 3-21. Nairne with a free kick here in the middle of the ground to Binder. He goes with a handball to Powell. So Powell, off he goes. Deep kick, inside 50,
Yeah,
back and back.
Great kick.
Mark. Sheets Betting will take Tommy Betting will take the kick right from the goal square. So this should be a 4th goal for Nairne.
Hopefully.
Should.
So big Tommy Betting, 6 for the season so far.
7 now.
7, so he brings up a, well, much wanted goal for the Nairne Football Club. I said the last one was 5 minutes into the second term. We've now played 12 minutes into the final, and they bring up their 4th goal in the afternoon. A couple more three-quarter time scores, boys. Loberthal 12-5, leave Blackwood 9-6. And Robbie Sherwood, free schnitzels tonight for you, my man. Ironbank 20 goal 2. Mackie 8-4.
And have we got a score from the Oasis boys all day? No, probably not. From Mount Barker?
No.
The new sports centre?
We haven't heard. Obviously, the media centre isn't working out
No.
there this afternoon, so we'll have to rectify that with the powers that be. So back in the centre, Nairne, are they energised by that goal? So it's big Binder back in the ruck against the tireless Gussie Clark. So up they go. Ball comes down. Working hard there is Allen.
Here they go.
Comes out into Powell. Can he grab it? Yes, he does. He's under pressure though. Allen follows up, comes back to Spry for the Demons. High kick towards half forward. Hines stands his ground over the top. There was Worley, threads his way forward. Scoop taken there by Lockie Cross, taken to ground and tackled by Tommy Jepp. Umpire lets it free, comes back out into Wortley. Gets a handball out into a teammate.
The Ruckman's just drifting forward all by himself here, and we haven't picked him up
Absolutely,
here
yeah,
yet.
absolutely in the corridor. Quick kick and find him, as you said, Nick Yetch unopposed. So here goes, throw up. Batsford doing the ruck work. Ball comes down. Ball comes out there diving. It was Halliday. Good strong work at ground level.
Named on the list, forgive me if you've said this already, Nathan Remden.
Fatty, no, not playing.
No, of course.
Another big out this
That's
afternoon.
a big in for be out for Uraidla. So they've done well here, Uraidla.
They certainly have, and with young Will Young also missing.
I think Nick
a
Amato's
few others
missing
as
too.
well.
And Nick Amata, of course, the skipper, the past male medalist. So they've still got some good cattle to come back into the herd, Goldie.
Stoppage situation inside 54, Uraidla. Bursting through there was Thomas. Kicked the last goal of the match. The umpire on the scene.
High
Free
tackle.
kick here for Tommy Jepp. Directly in front. Will be kicking from 50.
5 goals for the season for young Tommy.
Yep, floats forward, can kick goals, sets up goals as well.
One of the characters of the
One of our
side.
favourites.
Yeah, character, because the son of the great man, Cooge. He'll be pretty happy if he's here this
Oh, he's
afternoon.
got someone on here. He
So
likes
look
to
at
do
that,
this.
Nick Yentz called it before. Blokes, you could not just let him wander around like Brown's
Look
cows.
at, watch Turlick. Here's Turlick again.
Oh,
on the
this
end of
again.
it.
Yeah,
Turlick,
just-
this too easy.
I tell you what, hope Coach Lackenby gets hold of this tape and shows the boys at training.
There's another one. Oh, there's 2 blokes just standing inside 50 there again by themselves, and we haven't picked them up.
There's a couple of Rams standing here. Where their man is probably gone forward. So, anyway, I'm not a coach.
35 metres out, boys, you reckon? 35, 40?
Yeah, right in front of the, still bathed in sunshine there, the terrace in front of the Sean Tate bar. So the opportunity here.
For Uraidla, Dean Turlick.
He's
High
actually
ball, right to the line.
Oh, big Clark.
Off hands, minus score.
Big Clark carried it over the line. So minor score. So a 7-11 plays 4-3. 15 minutes gone here. Final term call to old round 7 action from Clube Logistics over in Nairne. Revington goes straight down the centre.
Oh, Sheets.
Comes out here to Watton. Meanwhile, Betting is down. We don't want another injury for the Rams. Waterman got his hands to it. Taken by Kepper. Comes out here to Halliday. Tries to burst his way through, but Arnie applies a big tackle. Big Sheets up and about, although he's hobbling back to centre half forward for the Rams, which is a good sign. So Binder up. One down by Spry in a ruck. Jill comes into Rupchik. You know he won't give up. Gives it to Cross to Lockie Cross. Puts it up to Big Betting. Could he get a push out from Tudor? No. Here's Kluvenik. Experience got it to Watton. Watton a quick kick away up the line. Brazier got his hands to it. Coming here
well
is
done.
Muller. Got it cleverly out to Cross, who nurses up the line. But Uraidla defence. There's a bit of a sticky-fingered mark taken there by young Gresh.
Yep. Kick out towards Batsford. He goes further afield. That'll be last touch rule.
Yep.
Lucky that
Free
went out
kick.
because Turlick again was 30 metres in the clear. So if they got on the end of that, he had about 50 metres in front of him where he could have run onto that.
Uraidla 7-11, Nairne Bremer United 4-3. 17 minutes gone in the final term. Arnie, short little pass towards the 50 mark. Finds a teammate there in McDougall. Of course, no Darcy Hourigan in the attack. He's in the change rooms. Looks like an ankle injury.
Yeah.
Penetrating kick. Uraidla camped themselves there. Good spoil by May. But here's Uraidla through Kepper. Finds Spry. He kicks the ball out of the defensive 50 for Uraidla. Called out of it there was Kurt Waterman. A good mark by Mason Pegler for the Rams.
Goes forward, Archer Connolly with those sticky hands. Inspect the gadget. He couldn't control it on this occasion. And out over the boundary line, the Academy boy will come down. So half-forward flank area for the Rams as they work towards the Bakunga end of the ground. Need some quick goals. They trail 4-3 to 7-11. 16, 17 minutes gone. Can they come home with a very wet soul? Comes to Paddy Kepper, looks for support. Goes backwards to Rudolph. Gets it across
Tudor.
here to the run of Tudor. Sells a bit of candies, gets around young Arnie, then toe pokes up the line. And
Slade.
finds Matty Slade. Slade sees what's on offer. No, he's got a young Brazier out here. No, decides to go back here to Tudor. Tudor sidesteps again around young Bailey Muller. Puts it up forward, only as far as the big man, Isaac Binder. What's he going to do? He goes backwards, goes forward and finds Mason Pegler right in the cricket pitch area, Goldie.
Pegler for Nan. Kick inside 50. Big betting was the target. Put the mitts up. He's gone down on the ground there. Meantime, Luke Tobbers for Uraidla. Arches the back beautifully. Kicked the last goal of the match. Into space. Here's a chance for Brazier. How's the bounce? Not too bad. Versus Alex Hine. Beautiful stuff. Brazier goes for goal.
Yes,
nails it.
That is sensational. Young Brazier. The Brazier is hot. Fantastic performance and good work. And Lukey Thomas stayed the old don't argue in the centre to Nick Bastian. And then the two youngsters in combining there was young Hine, but he just shrugged him off. And fantastic finish by Brazier.
Yep.
That's one for the highlights. Real Jaden J.
Cheers, thanks, Pistols. So 43 kicks of 25 in favour of Uraidla. They're really getting grip of it now. 18 handballs to 9, 17 to 11 in the marking count as well. The tackles, though, Nana up in the tackles, 27 to 16.
So back in the centre point, Turlick, he does everything in the coach. He's having a go, and Ruck comes out into power for the Rams, drives them forward. Over the head of Lockie May, getting back there is the experienced Tommy Kluvenet. The Rams falling down badly and forward, probably since half-time, boys. Are unable to get it through half-back.
One goal since half-time, Nan.
Yep, so ball up the, where are we? The back pocket area. Looks like it might be actually Matty Slade, I think. He nurses up and finds Tommy Jepp. Jepp's got a loose man out here in Rudolph, which he honours the lead, puts it across here, and half-back flank area, nurses up to Turlick, who's everywhere, takes a ruck, he plays wing, kicks goals, man for the season. Puts it up into the brother-in-law in Lukey Thomas.
Thomas half-forward line, centering kick.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a player in space. Harry Allen against a couple of Rams, chopped the arms, free kick to Harry Allen. So he's got a player on here, loose over the top. Oh, good cut out there by Waterman. He hung his head, kept his head high. Turlick goes back to Kepper, kick towards the forward pocket, off hands, out of bounds. 8-11 to 4 goals 3. 8-12, I should say.
So, Nicky, yeah, just disappointing. Is this just a transformation to this game? Nairne on top, 4 points quarter time, 7 points half time. Then, as Goldie said, just the one goal in the second half. It really just puts a dagger into the heart, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, obviously.
Here's that man again.
Turlick, he's everywhere. Sorry.
Oh.
You're right. I was just watching.
Bit too late to gang tackle him now. They're well in the lead. Comes out into Robbie Kepper. Puts his head over. Finally dispossesses Rubchik, and now he won't give up.
Yeah,
got support. Goes to the ground. Gets it out here to Cross. I think it is. Gets it on here to Conley. That's a good chain of handballs. Come back here to young Muller. Forced to get a quick kick away. And finally they find a target up forward in Tommy Betting.
Betting. Kick towards the half-forward line.
Is
Harry
that man
Hollow.
Harry?
Let's see what the next kick's like. Little toe poke, chip pass into the forward
Lockie
50
May.
and finds Lockie May, who's drifted forward in the absence of Darcy Hourigan, who's off the ground since midway through the third term.
Only the 2 goals for the season, Goldie, but of course has been playing in defence. Bit of a, as you'd say, the swing man.
So May should nail this, and he
Lovely.
does. Good goal. Nairne go to 5 goals 3. Uraidla 8 goals 12. And we've gone 22 minutes in the final quarter, Rob.
And the Cats 91 Pistols and Gold Coast 57 at full time. And the Crows are only a goal behind the D's. 3 minutes out from quarter time. Go you Crows.
So, Nairne, just the second goal of the half, waiting 12 minutes, and then Lockie May. Good finish there by the youngster, the talented youngster. So, back in the centre, umpire Brooks recommence play. It's Clark once again. The gate's binder. Ball comes down. Here's Clark, just barrels his way through. Push, tell me, Jeb out the way. Let me at it. Puts it up. Hands gathered there by Trenorden. Good enough to recover. Get a kick away. Bouncing ball. Young Hine versus young Brazier. Brazier won that last contest with a great running goal. And this time the ball was held in. So umpire Brooks will come and ball it up.
Half forward line. So good win here coming up for Uraidla. They'll go to 3 and 4. Nairne will be 1 and 6.
So good character win, as you said, Goldie by the Demons. They came into this minus a few stars and perhaps a bit vulnerable off the back of 3 straight losses, but certainly answered the critics here this afternoon.
Most definitely, and with players to come back, some important players like Amato and Remnant. And free kick. So we're in time on. Got some stats shortly with Jaden and Rob. Clark won it down. Just happy to grind it out now, Uraidla. Jaden, any stats?
Thanks, Goldie. So 51 kicks to 30. That's a blaring start in this last quarter, Goldie. Well done by Uraidla in that start. And 20 handballs to 13 in favour of the Demons.
Ball shumbles out. Oh, trip, legs.
Bastian.
Not seen there by the umpire. Just happy to let it go. 24-minute mark, Rob.
12 inside 50s to Uraidla boys this quarter to 5 for Nairne.
So Bastian perhaps a bit unlucky not to be rewarded with a free kick. So umpire Brooks puts it up. Binder and Clark again. Bit of wrestling off the ball. Yes, and grabbing Binder. Puts his hands to his head in exasperation, but the free kick was there to Clark, who's been pretty handy this afternoon. I'd say probably the best big man on the ground.
Jeez, he might have a shot here, boys.
He's a big boy.
So Clark, what's on offer? He goes short to the lead
Love
here.
Luke Thomas.
In the end, Lukey Thomas all too easy. Of course, I got on the goal kicking list earlier in this term. He'll hand it off here to the run through of Rudolph, I think it is. The defender sets sail, but as all good defenders do, on the wrong side of the goalpost, so through for a minor score. So they move on now to 8th goal 13, 61, leading Nairne Bremer 5-3-33. So closing in on a pretty substantial victory here at the Demons.
Revington with the kick in, finds Waterman, stoppage situation. 25-minute mark, as Pistol said, 8-13 to 5-3. So Uraidla will go to 3 wins for the season with players to come back. Turlick has been the leading goal kicker, I think, with 3.
I reckon he's kicked 4.
4?
Goldie,
Tally them up shortly. Meantime, ball comes out to Waterman. Kick towards the half-forward line. Kluvenik versus May.
Good tackle.
May with a good second effort there with the wrap-up tackle, half-forward line.
So ball held in here in the dying stages of the game. 24 and a half, almost 25 to check over.
And
we were doing here holding up while I played.
Lockie May, I think, might have rolled his ankle.
We don't want another injury. It is Lockie May. He gets up rather gingerly.
Come on, son, you're young.
Nairne taking a bit of a belting on the board and also with injuries, unfortunately. So throw it. Clark, front spot. Oh, clever over the back towards a teammate, Patty Kepper. Good work there by Nairne, finding it out. Finally comes out here to Conley, I think it is, goes to ground under weight of numbers. So the sting really got out of this game as the shadows come across and the sands of time.
Oh, Magpies joined us.
Young Dacos is flying into. Could be a sign for tomorrow, boys.
He's trying. Look at him. He's going.
Oh, look at him.
The battle with the black and whites.
He's looking straight at your Pistols.
Yeah, no, he's all right. Give me a wink. See, he said we're right for tomorrow.
What Guernsey is he wearing, Jeff?
Well, we're wearing ours.
You're wearing yours?
Pork can wear whatever they want. Make up what they want. Ball comes out here. Cooper Spry. Spry being good all afternoon. Puts it out here to the lead of Worthley over the head. 2 plays 1 and Nairne will win out. But that's all she cries as the final siren sounds on what has been a pretty strong second half by Uraidla. 8-13 at 61. And they have defeated Nairne Bremer disappointingly in the second half. Only kicking the 2 goals, 33. So pretty handy win there. So Nick Yetch, must be a bit hard, mate, as a Ram to sit up here and watch that second half transpire.
Yeah, very disappointing, mate. Obviously, we started well, but just it happens most weeks for us. Once we get a bit of a run on, and or it's not going our way, we just turn to individual efforts and we start hanging on to the ball a bit more, or we start blazing away with the footy. So
I got to ask you, Nick, in all seriousness, because last year shortened season, so this is the third season of Nairne, well, second full season, of course, but third season of Nairne returning to Division 1 competition. Are they still finding their way in aspects like you say? Are they going to realise they've got to battle out the whole 100 minutes of a game of footy?
yeah, obviously, yeah. Of course, we're still a young team coming through, but I think we're sort of at the stages now where we've got to get rid of the excuses and start hitting it on the head. And obviously, we've got plenty of young talent, but you look at Uraidla today too. You know, they've got plenty of talent, whereas they chuck a Turlick and Gussie Clark in there, and probably just a difference in the today's game. So,
the interesting thing with the set up of the season is, okay, you only got the one win on the board, but they're still very much in the race to make the finals because of the competition, the way it is, every side beating each other, obviously apart from one which is a standout.
Yeah.
When does the time come when you say, okay, we can't do this, but we can shape the finals?
Oh, I think we keep going, and like I've said all year, you know, if being 0-5, what we were, if we get to halfway point with 2 wins under our belt, I think we can still even push for a 5th spot, or 4th or 5th spot, you know, with the comp being so open. I think this year injuries are going to be the key. If teams can keep a full list, that's going to help them a long way. We see with Blackwood, with Ace going down last week,
sorry.
You know, they lose a few goals there, but obviously we could be missing Darcy for a few weeks, so it could cost us as well. So I think at this stage we'll keep going till we actually can't make it, but we'll keep pushing. So if we can get to halfway point, you know, 2 or 3 wins, you know, obviously with 3 games to go, but two games to go to a halfway point. So
and a great side here, obviously. Sorry, Nick, what are these? Under 10s?
Under 11s.
Under 11s playing
under 10s,
after the senior boys and the Uraidla senior players just forming a guard of honour as the young demons made their way onto the ground. So. So be a bit of a highlight for both sides, Nairne and Uraidla, the youngsters here strutting their stuff after the senior game, which is good to see, mate. A good crowd still in the house, so they can strut their stuff in front of a bigger crowd than normal one would suggest. So, well, just a summary, mate. As I said, as a player, as a Hills League representative, pros and cons that came out of the game for Nairne.
No, I think we still battled hard to the end. Obviously, probably just run out of legs with a bit of fitness, but just again, our young blokes are dominant every week. You know, Baden, Willis, Sean Arnie. You know, they're just good around the footy, good tough kids. Obviously, Dar started well early and didn't keep, you know, got injured obviously, and then just the senior heads like Eli Rupchik's unbelievable. We're around the footy every week, and blokes like Ben Power and Kurt Waterman just do their job and do what they're asked. So we'll keep chipping away, and obviously hopefully get a couple blokes back in next week and take on Onkers over there. So we'll have to bounce back and we'll train hard this week. And but yeah, I'm sure there's some disappointed blokes in those rooms. And
yep, absolutely.
Obviously for Uraidla though, like they're a very they had a lot of stars out as well, but you can just see how much of a difference. You know, your Turlick
and it's just those experienced guys in the back half, the Kluvenix, the Kepper boys, Tudor, those sort of guys, and Lukey Thomas, of course. So, yeah, and interspersed with some exciting youngsters in Brazier Purdy and, of course, Harry Allen and Cooper
Spry, another young, good local as well. So.
All right, mate. Well, thank you very much for joining us here this afternoon on the Call of the Wild. Always good to have you on board. And just tell us what's the plan tonight. You're the designated driver in the birthday celebrations for your father?
No, I'm actually not too sure what's going on. I think he's going out with tea with a few friends and whatever. So.
You'd be holding the fire extinguisher, wouldn't you, when they light the 53 candles?
Yeah.
Go up and smoke.
Out. Don't want to do that at home at the moment. We'll light a fire.
I tell you what, we don't want to see that Salem's been ravaged to the ground by bushfires, mate. So.
Nah, so they're heading out for tea, so we have a few beers and spend the night. It'd be beautiful.
Good idea. All right, Nick, thanks for joining us, and also all the best in your recovery.
No worries, boys.
Hope to see you out
thanks, Nick.
doing what you do best.
I hope I'm not
getting
sitting
those
here next
cheekies
week.
from the man who's going to have a shot at goal.
Nah, very good, lads. Well done. Good work.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
mate. Nick Yentz, injured Nairne star. We hope to see him back, as we said, shortly. So 8-13, when you look at the second half, the tail of the tape, 2-1 to 1-3 the first quarter, then Nairne 3-2 to 1-7. We thought Uraidla might be kicking themselves out of the game, boys. But then the third quarter, they actually added, 3 goals, 2 to 1 behind, which really broke it open. They led by 12 points, and they increased it to 28 in the end, Rob Shield, with an 8-13 to 5-3 victory. So
yeah, I think Turlich and Clark dominated the centre.
Yeah, the big fella.
When you got players like that size and that experience,
Yep.
you know, they know where to lead to. They know where to kick the ball. Lukey Thomas up forward. Just experience. Can't buy it.
Yep.
So you can't beat it. Sorry. So great effort by. They just wore them down in the end. Wore them down.
I was just going to do the stats there, boys. So Uraidla, were just too good in the end. And believe it or not, they got 54 kicks in the last quarter. Like 54 kicks in the last quarter, and Nairne got 50 in the last quarter against Mount Lofty last week, and then the previous week Cardiff got 50 against Nairne. So it's becoming a rare occurrence of 50 kicks in the last quarter for the winning side. Believe it or not. So like you said, Rob, just the experience from Uraidla was just too good today, and like. The way they moved the ball was just really fluent, and they would take their time. And unfortunately, Nairne just weren't efficient inside 50. And you did see in the first half, Uraidla didn't take the opportunities, but they definitely took them in the second half. And just too good, Uraidla today. Rob, with you got any inside 50 stats?
Inside 50s, 45 for the game for Uraidla, 30 for Nairne, and centre clearances Uraidla 8-5. So. Yeah, it was tight and scrappy, and in a nutshell, Uraidla just broke it open.
I'll just round out the other stats. So in that quarter, 54 kicks to Uraidla to 32 in that quarter. That actual 131 to 128 in the kicks, so pretty even there. Handballs, Nairne had more handballs in the game with 88, but had 16 in the last quarter. Uraidla had 74 for the game and 23 in the last quarter. The marking count was the big one though, 72 marks to 38.
Oh, really?
That is an absolute belting in that area. So like I said, just the way they moved the ball, Uraidla was way too clean. And for the Rams today, the hit out 61 to 37 in favour of Uraidla, and in the tackles 157 to 152. So it was a pretty contested game in areas today as well, as we spoke about. So well done to the Rams. They got that they got that count covered. And so here's a stat for you boys. So last year, Nairne scored 38, so 5 goals, 38 against Uraidla. So that was a low score there, but. In 2019, round 16, Lobethal only scored 15 points against Uraidla. So you have to date back to round 16, 2019, to get a lower score than it was today. So there's a stat there for you boys. And it's actually Nairne's lowest score since round 8, 2020 last year as well. There's a stat. And also, I've got another one here. I'm just trying to find it. Uraidla finished off with a score of 60. They're only on 13 at half time, and that was their lowest half-time score since round 17, 2019. So well done to Uraidla for getting that score of 47 in the last half. Thanks to you boys.
And well done to you, Jay, bringing the stats set.
Jaden needs to bring out an almanac at the end of the year.
The Keith Martin style, Robbie Shearer, Jay's almanac. Now, couple of full-time scores we can bring you just before we go. Now, down the road, we should have got Nick Yentz because he knows that territory down there pretty well at Callington, but sensational performance.
Hang on. Just say the three-quarter time score. What was the three-quarter time score?
Three-quarter time scores, Raiders 8-12, led Chunga 6-3.
Can I say something before you say something? Benny, we pick you Chunga?
Yes. Here we go. Over to you, Jeff.
All right.
So, yep.
Final score... Look at him. The Chunga 12-4, so they've actually kicked 6 goals, 1. Raiders 8-12. Raiders haven't scored. So Bridgie has the bubble burst. Benny Gold.
Well, we got a Chunga coach,
and
Simon.
Got
and
next
a Chunga
week.
Coach Simon Quinn will be special guest on the huddle during the week, so don't miss.
Well,
and they've got Harndorf next week.
Raiders. Yep, and a Chunga got Blackwood.
And of course, that'll be feature
Chunga
game on
Chunga
Wild
Blackwood.
next
that'll
week.
be a blockbuster.
We're off to
The Chunga
Oval,
Indigenous
Jade.
round.
Yeah.
Indigenous round.
Oh, look out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, and
Awesome.
I
Cool.
think
Forward to
local Aboriginal artist David Booth has designed a Chunga's Guernsey.
Oh,
and
really?
He's doing the pre-match.
I might wear one of the Port Power ones.
Oh,
So is it his design?
I was going to say.
No, it's his design.
Plagiarism is it?
You're
Yep.
allowed to. You're allowed to wear them.
oh
now.
yeah.
She's given the all clear.
What?
And sorry.
Sorry.
And did you actually check this? Country Division full-time score. Birdwood 12-6 have beaten their long-time rivals and previous undefeated Kersbrook 9-6.
That's big.
3 goals.
So 3-goal, 1 goal apiece in the final term, which must have been a good game out there at the Velodrome.
Well,
so,
and if you're tuning into Lofty 88.9 Radio with Altitude, thanks very much. Plenty of store later on tonight, so keep it locked on Lofty 88.9.
hang on, we've just got a couple of more homing pigeons of. This is a progress score. Well, half-time 7-9 to 4-4. Harndorf leading. At the moment, in the last quarter, it's 22-19 to 5-6.
They put the foot down.
Oh, there we
So,
go. They've got back over the 20-goal margin.
Yes. So,
I mean, 20-goal.
bit of work for you to do, Jade and Jade. Tell us.
All right. So next Saturday we're at the Chunga for a Chunga in Blackwood.
Yep.
As
there.
part
Chunga
of
and Blackwood.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
should be a good game.
That wraps us up here. If you're a Cabbage supporter, get around them, Goldie, as we say, because they've had a good win here. 8-13-61 have defeated a probably disappointing second half. Nairne Rams 5-3, 28-point margin. So thank you very much for our sponsor for the day, which has been Closey Supermarket. Thank you again, Jade and Jade, for your good work with the stats that matter. We look forward to seeing you next week.
No dramas. Looking forward to it next week.
Excellent. And make sure you get the top spin going during the week, all right?
Yeah, no dramas.
For Woodside.
Against Birdwood.
Robbie Shield, once again, well done.
Always pleasure to listen to you. Did a good job
Thanks
as
very
usual.
much to the Colonel too. I think
the
he's
Colonel.
The Colonel.
back
Dallas
in the
out
Lofty
there
studio.
And of course,
Dallas.
the main man, Dallas Rogers, the cameraman extraordinaire, the magnificent pictures he brings us each week. Well
And
done
the
to you,
chair,
Dallas.
the lofty chair.
And lofty
taking
chair,
your
Claudine.
wonderful
Look, cast of
photos.
towers. We've got to thank,
Photos.
Rin Tin Ten, who came along with his friend up on the hill, the dogs. We've got to
He's
thank
amazing.
those.
How did he get down?
I don't know. So it's been a dog of an afternoon here for the Rams, that's for sure. 5-3 to being beaten by Uraidla Districts 8-13. Thank you very much for joining us on the Quarter Wild. Trust you've enjoyed our coverage. As we said, we'll talk to you again during the week. Goldie and another big huddle. Olympian, or possible Olympian, that's if they go ahead, will be a feature. And also, as you said, Simon Quinn, looking very much forward to talking to him.
No dramas.
Okay, that's it. On behalf of the team, this is Jeff Pistola saying we'll catch you next time. Till we talk then, keep on chasing your goals.
The Call of the Wild is an HFL media production in association with Lofty Community Media. Listen to this match again at hillsfooty.com.